Previously, on the Thunderhawk's Tale, the Peanutters launched yet another borderline genocidal campaign against the denizens of the sunken citadel, wiping the kobold village from the face of the planet. When asked how this made them feel, the kobolds replied with nothing but silence, and they had been brutally slaughtered and their treasures stolen by rampaging murder hobos. In the aftermath of this glorious victory for the forces of righteousness, Hobrick Rust Anvil was blasted with a large quantity of ley energy and went into catatonic shock. The rest of the party lovingly left him in the able hands of Erky Timbers, Gnome Cleric, and Mork, the robot butler. After using one of the ex-kobold's treasures to open the door to a sealed chamber, the Peanutters were accosted by deafeningly loud and depressing music from a magic orb. A magic orb that was then summarily smashed to pieces by Nunnik, like so many goblin and kobold skulls before it. What followed was traps, riddles, spike pits, and a tiny bug-eyed monster, all protecting the tomb of a dragon priest, dating back to the fall of the Dragonkin civilization. Gathering their might, the Peanutters opened the steel latches holding the sarcophagus closed. Will they find inside glorious treasures? Will Hobrick make it back to the group in time to show off his fancy new god tattoos? Will the United States ever adopt the metric system? Will Mork ever be able to speak in full sentences again? Find out this week on A Thunderhawk's Tale.
Genius.
Way to spoil my my prophethood.
Hobrick, you awake in a chamber with a slightly worried-looking gnome and robot butler looking down on you.
Yes, it's gone. Damn it. Damn you. Where am I? Erky, is that you?
Yes? Are you okay?
I'm quite alright, what happened?
You passed out when you touched the glowing rock, and then you started glowing, and then you woke up and asked me what happened. Mork.
Quite right, Mork, quite right. I feel a lot better, so how about we carry on and find the rest for party?
Was that you?
Sound?
Yeah, was that Hobrick's knees going as he was trying to stand up?
Oh, yes, let's just say that. That was me testing my mic, but let's just say it was.
Click, 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 click. Old people noises. Okay. Erky says, they mentioned something about a big stone dragon door and trying to open it with a key. I don't know where that is. Do you know where that is?
Well, I don't know. I fell unconscious. You were there, so
I was here with you.
And I was unconscious. Didn't they say anything before they left us?
Yes, they said they were going to go and open a big dragon door with the key they took from the kobolds.
Did they say where this dragon key is?
They've got the door. I don't know. They said it was one they found earlier. You were with them. I figured you'd know.
Dragon door. Yes, now I remember. It was the first door we found. We couldn't enter, so we skipped it. Yes. Now I remember.
Well, you'll have to lead the way. I don't know where I'm going.
All right, just let me recall. It was we entered, then it was a round table. You went right. No. It was left. Yes, left. And someone got bitten by a rat. And yes. Now I remember. Now carry on. Let's go. Let's see.
Would you like me just to move your character around to there, seeing as you know where it is?
I remember it exactly, so. Yes, this is the round room, and left side is supposed to be here. And there it is!
Okay. Hobrick. You see a room that has clearly been sealed for ages, thick dust on the floor, but you see the footprints of your companions. The air is stale, and there are 3 alcoves on the northern wall and 1 on the south wall. Each alcove contains a orb that is smashed and broken. At the end of the room, you see a corridor.
Well, I know those bloody idiots will leave some traps along, so Mork, be a dear and walk in front of us.
Mork.
Now, there is some oil for you later.
They're not going to walk in front of you, Hobrick. Okay. As you approach the corridor, you see that there are a number of what look to be pressure plates on the floor that have been jammed up with little wooden wedges.
Well, what do you see here? They actually did their job. Now, don't stand on them. Try to go around them.
Okay, you enter into a larger room filled with a layer of dust like grey snow. At the rounded northern end of the chamber stands a 10-foot tall sculpture of a coiled dragon carved from silver-veined white marble. There is an opening that looks like a secret door that has been opened in the west wall.
Yes, we are quite lucky. They went before us.
Okay, Hobrick, you enter into the room. You see dust cloaking the contents of this 20-foot wide hall. 6 alcoves line the wall, 3 to the north and 3 to the south. Each alcove, except the southwest one, holds a humanoid figure carved from silver-veined white marble. The figures resemble dragonkin in plate armour. A stone archway at the west end of the hall opens into a wide room from which a greenish light glows. A dark pit is situated before the archway. In the room with the green light, you see what appears to be a large sarcophagus, with your companions just pushing the heavy metal lid off onto the floor.
Before I continue on, I want to. Can I cast minor illusion to make my hair flow in the wind? And put some holy light on myself?
Yes, I will say you can use. Well, minor illusion would. I would say that's probably closer to thaumaturgy. But what we can give you a sort of. You can walk through the door with. Well, minor illusion allows you to make sounds, so you could like come in with a fanfare.
Italy.
Yeah.
I am going to.
Like Jim Darkmagic, just every time he comes into a room, there's just doves come in front of him like he's in a John Woo movie.
It'd be...
Can I put monk chanting?
Yeah.
Alright, I want the monk to chant Morido, Morido, Sade Hode Morido. Like this.
I think I do actually have dwarven monk chanting.
Can we play multiple tracks of music at the same time?
Yes, I'm playing 2 at the moment. I've got a music track
right.
and a.
Is that part of like the premium shit in Level 20?
I'm not sure.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, just
I was just being quiet.
Hi. Oh, there we go.
So, the rest of you hear this strange sound coming from the hallway you've just left. And looking over your shoulders, you see Hobrick flanked by Mork and Urki. Hobrick seems to have changed quite a lot. He still looks exactly the same. But his orange tattoos are now a luminescent blue that are glowing slightly.
I walk slowly towards them. And I scream
Rick.
across the. I scream across the hall.
For a second there, I thought you were just going to walk and fall right in the spike pit.
Tell them. It is I, the Herald of Moradin. I have came.
Ulrich. Ulrich, you're all right. Good.
And you left me to die, you imbecile!
We left you with Mark and Urki.
Yes, yes, didn't... I mean, you're standing again, that was the whole plan. Why are you glowing?
I said before,
Taz.
I am Herald now.
Ah, yeah, I might actually know something about this. So,
No. I was going to ask you to... You look down at the open coffin, and in the coffin is a troll. It's dressed in rotted finery, but its jewellery and rings are adorned with tiny silver dragons, and they still sparkle. The creature's body is shrunken and elongated, and its flesh is a rubbery putrid green. Its black hair is long, thick, and ropey. Its beady eyes flash open, and it snarls at you. Could I have everybody please roll for initiative?
God, not a
Wah!
troll.
Remember, I had an held action if I see an enemy.
You can't see the enemy.
Okay, just for reference. Holy fucking shit, that's large.
But it's a large creature.
Big boy.
Can you put my initiative? I forgot to click on mine.
Just roll it again.
God dang, I actually rolled well on initiative. This is a good start to the session.
and before
And
you do
surely
nothing with
indicative
it.
of all my rolls in the future.
Oh, I forgot Mark and Erky.
we went level 3, right? Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Wait, did we actually properly integrate that into our character sheets? Yeah, I think I did at least.
I did say you could, yeah.
Yeah, I've written down the third level skills at least, so I'm just assuming that I've got everything else as well. Hello?
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
I'm
the
just
music's
handling
working.
things,
Cool.
getting things set up. Okay. Lithrana. It's... Oh, hang on, no, I've got something else. Hang on, I've got to do Nunuk as well. Nunuk. There we go. Okay. Lithrana. You react first to Taz going, "Ah!" I assume.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Well, it's more like a BWAH!
what's that
Hark!
there? I'm gonna start a blade song just in case.
You have not had the benefit of a long rest, so although you have your new abilities, if you have used any previous abilities from last week, you will not have regained them.
Well, I think I have one blade song left, though. My last one. Because I only used one in the Kobold encounter.
Yeah.
But we got no second level spells or any.
Not until you have had a long rest.
And how about our hit points? Were they maxed?
If you had any missing, then you didn't get them back, but you would have gained the extra that you got for leveling up.
Okay, I'm just gonna put myself 4 down then. Alright. Well, I assume that I can't see anything yet, and I don't dare getting too close. So I would like to step back like here and prepare a firebolt.
Okay. Is your blade song, is that bonus action?
It is.
Okay. Is that the end of your go? Lithrana, end of your go?
Yeah, I said yes.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear you. Porthos.
All right, seeing this. So has it stood up yet?
Has not stood up yet.
All right, perfect. Then it's prone.
It is prone.
All right. Let me just double check. Okay, I'm just going to lay in it with a nice attack with my halberd.
Okay. 22 will hit.
Ooh, that's good. Good hit. All right, and I'm going to leave it at that. I don't really have much else to do there.
Okay. Nunnik will look down and will work under the assumption that standard Nunnik plan Alpha will probably work here, and she will try and hit it with a Warhammer. 20 will hit for 8 bludgeoning. Okay. The troll will stand up. It is now visible to all.
I will fire my bolt then.
Okay. 6 will miss, I'm afraid.
Oh, for max damage.
The troll will try and bite Orthos. 26 to hit.
Ooh, that'll get me.
That is 10 piercing damage.
It's quite a
Rough.
set of chompers he's got on him.
It will then try and slash out with one of its claws at Taz. 12.
Doesn't hit.
It will then slash out with its other claw at Nunnik. Natural 20.
Ugh, that's rough.
Nunnik takes 20 points of slashing damage,
Oh god.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
leaving her on 1.
Yeah, fun.
That's what happens when you don't show up. Hobrick.
Seeing this animal showing up, let's see. I have oil, right?
You have maybe a flask of oil if you got it for your lantern, or if you picked it up.
I have, let's see here. Yeah. No, yeah, I have 1 flask of oil.
Okay.
Let's see. I am going to use to cut one of my piece of cloth and to coat it with oil. Then I will put
Are
it
you
on-
making a Molotov cocktail?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's not going to take any real skill to do. Just stuffing a dirty... I'm assuming you've got like a dirty rags or something, or like a handkerchief or something that you can stuff
I'm
it
going
into
to
the
use. I'm going to use the sock from Orthos.
That's right.
You're so
The sock that they stuffed into my mouth, the kobold.
Yep,
Oh.
the same one.
Yeah, when they found me, I was tied up with a sock in my mouth.
Do they make
In a-
you socks?
Well, kobolds
Don't
don't
think
wear
about it.
kobolds don't wear socks, so it's quite slightly worrying as to where they got it from.
Excellent.
Okay. I am going to say... Well, are you going to throw it... Right. I'm going to say preparing all of this will be an action. But next turn, you can throw the fire bomb at the troll.
For a bonus action, I'm going to do a bardic inspiration on Tazgar,
Okay?
and I am going to sing for Tazgar. Oh, Tazgar! A fellow scholar, but not better than I. It is Tazgar. And this is it. I didn't prepare it very much.
I feel modestly inspired. Not very, but modestly.
Okay, you have Bardic Inspiration, Taz. Now, what that means is that when it comes to a skill check or a weapon attack, before I say whether or not it succeeds, you can choose to roll an extra d6 and add it to your score.
Okay.
Hobrick, that is the end of your go. Taz, it is now your go.
So if you so I'm able to do my roll first and then decide if I have it in there or not.
Yes.
Okay, well that seems decent. Well, seeing as I want to get the flanking bonus, I want to move to the left of Orthos.
Okay, well you can only move one square without getting an attack of opportunity on you, but again you do have the disengage if you wish to move more.
Yeah, I'd like to use that.
Okay, so bonus action disengage.
Yeah.
Then
And
you can move.
then I'm shooting over here. Is that enough?
Yeah, that will get you flanked with Nunnik.
Right.
That's the thing. That's the thing with large creatures. You can flank them multiple times from multiple directions because they are so large.
Nice. And then I would like to. Wait, does this work as a sneak attack now, or?
It would have worked as a sneak attack anyway because you had people within 5 foot of your enemy.
Right. Trying to remember. Sorry, it's already been a while, and I was struggling with it before as well. What was getting the flanking bonus?
Advantage.
For advantage.
Oh, that's just advantage. Okay. Well, yeah. Then I'll just do. Then I'll whip out my rapier and it's a bigger rat than usual, but I'll skewer it like any other. Ha!
17 will hit.
And wait, can I still say? You said it so quickly. I wanted to use the thing now because there was a
But
good roll.
You didn't need to. It's not.
Oh.
It.
Oh, it's not for damage.
No, that's
It's for hitting.
Yeah, there are bards that can do that, but Hobrick is not one of them.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was for damage. Okay,
No,
great.
it's only to hit. And you,
Right.
the reason I said it so quickly is because 17 was already a hit. You didn't need the extra.
Right, great. So then for. Fuck, how do I add the damage again?
You just click
series?
where it says. You just click where it says rapier.
Just again.
No, on the chat window.
Right, shit. Sorry.
Okay, and then you roll an extra. You're level 3 now, so I believe it's a D8 for your sneak attack.
I think it goes up to 2d6.
Is it 2d6? Oh no, I'm thinking of bards. I'm thinking of bardic inspiration. Yes, it's 2d6. Sorry.
Okay.
So that is 13 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
Is that the end of your go? I believe you've done everything.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
happy.
you can technically move out of combat because you've still got some movement squares left, and you did disengage.
Wait, yeah. So essentially, I could take a few steps back, so he won't.
Yeah.
He'll have to move to get me, right?
Yeah, he won't be able to attack you from where he is if you move out of combat.
Right. Then I jump. I take a few skits back. Wait, is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can take a proper good step back. Yeah.
Okay. Mork is going to move up to here and look at you, Hobrick, and go, Mork, and gesture as if to say, do you want to go over the pit?
I show him I show him the flask of oil I want to throw, and I present it to him.
Okay, Mork will take the oil and will try and throw it at the troll. You didn't light it yet, so that should be interesting.
Oh no!
Okay.
The oil is now extra slippery. We can't wrestle it.
We'll see Michael Nakazawa. No one got that one. All right, never mind.
No.
Japanese wrestler always oils the shit out of himself before matches so he can slip out of holds and things. He's in AEW. He's quite a funny guy. Okay, so it will be a ranged attack. I'm just going to use his longbow because there's already a macro set up. 4. The oil goes flying through the air and smashes on the ground behind the troll. Well, actually, it can only go 20 feet. 5, 10, 15. It's just going to land here. So, how many squares? 5 foot area. So, give me 1 second. Splash.
Can they say? And look at Mook and say, "No oil for you anymore, Mr. Mook."
Mork. Urki is going to hold up his hands and say, "I'm out of magic. I'm pretty much useless here." Lithrana, back to the top.
Well, that didn't work quite as I wanted. Well, I might as well just try again. Another firebolt.
11 will miss.
It's not going too well.
Things are fine. Everything is fine.
We're fine here. Everything's fine. How are you? Orthos, it's your go.
I don't know why. I don't know why you would think things are going poorly. Okay, so I am going to first check a class feature to make sure that I can do this correctly. Okay, I understand how this works now. All right, I will throw out an attack with my mighty halberd.
22 hits.
All right, and I am going to use I am going to let out a massive, ferocious war cry and use my menacing attack to try and instill this troll with the fear of the gods. Make it fear for its life. So that'll allow me to add a d8 to whatever damage I do.
Okay.
Not a great damage roll.
You slash a gaping chasm down the front of the troll's chest. It clutches its ragged clothing and bleeding wound before staggering and collapsing back into the sarcophagus.
Oh wow, wait. Is it dead?
It's not moving or breathing.
Well, it's not my turn yet, so I can't.
Well, you can yell that out.
Be careful, it might still be alive!
Nunnik will hit it with her hammer then, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, smack. It doesn't move or flinch. Nunnik looks up and says, think it's dead. I just hit it square in the happy sack and it didn't move.
I don't think there's anything in there anymore. I would still not be sure.
I scream across the room. Why do you sound like Ergi from here?
Wait, what? Sound like who?
Erky the gnome.
Ergi.
I didn't get it either.
Yeah. What?
You
sound like Erky.
As the standard Peanutters bickering begins again, the troll's eyes open and it stands up again.
Oh God!
I told
Wait,
you.
Didn't
I
it
told
say
you.
something? Did it say so? Did the inscription say something about how they weren't able to kill it?
Blast, you're right.
It will try and bite Orthos again.
I am going to attempt using Bardic Inspiration as a reaction, using Cutting Word.
Okay, roll your roll the dice. It is D8 at level 3, isn't it?
I don't know.
Just roll a D8. I'm pretty sure it's D8 at level 3. Okay, you reduce his 18 to 17.
That actually causes it to miss me.
There you go.
Holy shit!
Just barely.
I am going to insult him since it is successful. I am going to say to him, if all the gnomes in the world bounded together and tried to teach you one letter, you would still fail.
Oh, that is a bad insult.
Yeah, especially seeing as it's still got 2 attacks.
Oh God.
It is going to try and grapple Orthos with its next attack. So Orthos, I'm going to need an athletics from you, please, or acrobatics, your choice.
I think I'll go with that. Okay, that's
Okay.
a roll.
Yep. Well, he got a 17, so he is not able to grab you, which is very lucky for you, because if he had made his grapple and he was going to use his next attack to throw you into that spike pit.
That would be unpleasant.
Yeah. But instead he will use his final claw attack on Nunnik. 24. Which will hit her, and she takes 15 points of slashing damage and goes down.
Nunnik!
Hobrick, it's your go.
I am going to look at Mork and I say to him to throw me.
You say, excuse me, could you say that again?
You have to say it properly.
You do.
Throw me your tin can of oil!
No. You know the line. Everyone knows the line. We're all waiting for it.
I am really confused now.
From Lord of the Rings. I cannot make the jump. You'll have to toss me.
I cannot make the jump. You have to toss me.
Yes.
And
Good.
no words to the elf who's standing in the corner.
Just don't tell the elf. Okay.
I need to rewatch those movies.
Yeah.
Been a
But
good
who's
couple of
yeah? But
years.
who's got 18 hours to watch all 3 extended ones in a row? In fact, no.
I don't think I've ever actually owned
actually-
the extended one, so I haven't sat down for that.
It's actually I think it's like 20 hours is if you watch all 3 extended ones. I very foolishly once watched all 3 extended Hobbits, then followed by all 3 extended Lord of the Rings, and it took me a day
I
and
did
a
that
half.
not only 4 months ago during the summer.
Wow, okay.
clearly a sign of your hubris, Whiz.
It's like when you sit down and you watch every single Star Wars movie back to back.
Yeah, and then you continue on to Harry Potter.
Well, I would never do that because I watched the Harry Potter movies all of once, and then just they just upset me. Seeing as if you take away all the magic and replace it with Catholicism, then that's basically my school life when I was growing up.
Oh God!
Because I went to an all-boys Catholic boarding school which had a house system like Harry Potter, and each of the houses had something they specialised in. And
Wow.
I was in Edwin House, the greenhouse, which was known for being full of the smart and clever ones, and then Leo House, which was the red one, was really, really good at sport.
No way!
Yeah, no. Right, I will point out that this was about 5 or 6 years before Harry Potter came out.
Right.
But the purple house was fucking really good at art and shit like that. So it's just fucking, and this like all the actors were in fucking St. Anne's and shit like that. And it was,
Oh, God.
Plus the boarding house was haunted, and there was just so much shit that when I actually saw Harry Potter, it was just like, you know, if you replace all the teachers with priests and all the boarding rooms and shit like that with communal showers, then you've just got my school life.
Okay, fucking hell.
Yeah, Holbrook will say that what we'll do now is we'll say that you're having a held action for Mork to assist you with a jump. Now, what is your strength, please, Holbrook?
-2.
No, not the modifier, the actual strength.
7.
Okay, so that means you can jump 7 feet with a 10-foot run-up. Now, what we'll do is we'll have Mork will use the assist action on his turn, and then you can make an athletics check with advantage to try and jump that gap. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I can't use my action since I'm holding it, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Taz, it's your go.
All right. I already did do. I'm figuring I should do. I should do some historical knowledge check on this guy to see if I remember any kind of similar beasts from history and how they were slain. Starting to worry that this thing might actually keep coming up as we put it down.
Okay. That would more be a nature check.
Yeah, no, then let's not do that. Yeah, no. Okay, well then I just rush back in and try and get another juicy stab on it. I'm trying to figure out if I can use insightful fighting well here, but I guess I'm already getting the sneak attacks.
Well, if you go there, you're already going to have advantage, so you don't need to do it. Well, actually,
Right.
No, because Nunnik's down, so you'd probably actually have to go to about there to get it from Orthos.
Right, but am I engaged in combat right now?
Well, are you in melee with something?
No, actually, no.
And you are not.
Nice, then I'm able to slip past without giving him a thing of opportunity.
As long as you don't go in the square directly around him.
Right, well, that would just be like 1, 2, 3,
So
4.
as long as you don't go into any of these squares until you're ready to.
Okay, then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay.
So I rush up behind him and try and stab him in the Yeah, I try and get his heart through the ribs of his back.
Okay.
Try, that is. Fuck.
You miss.
Fuck. Fuck, damn it. That would totally be a thing he would say.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I still have. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't have any moves yet, right? So I can't really get. Wait, my
Well,
bonus.
you've moved 5, and what's your movement?
I think it's only 30.
So that means you've got 1 square of movement left.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, then I step back.
Well, you would have to use the disengage bonus action first, or he's going to try and bite your head off.
Yes, I do. I do that because I still have it.
Yeah, you're going to need to sit down and actually read the book. So go over this, because once we get out of this dungeon, I'm not going to be giving you all of this advice anymore.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, this is the like the tutorial at the moment. Mork holds his hands out, ready for Hobrick to be hurled across the spike pit. Hobrick,
Morphos!
you take a 10-foot run up and run forward and leap. I will need an athletics check with advantage from you, please. "14, you clear it and just land there. However, that will be all your movement.
I still have my action, or
Still
is
have-
it gone?
It would be gone at this point.
All right, that's it.
Okay, Urki cowers Lathrana.
How is a cone in this game specifically, if you had to put it out, like in a measure?
It's 90. It's 90 degrees.
90 degrees, so I would have to move up. to
Didn't you?
stand
Didn't
on
you?
the-
Didn't you already use both of your spells in the kobold fight?
Oh, I probably did. It's because it says I have 4 spell slots now, but I don't yet. I had 3 before in level 2.
Yeah, because I remember you did do a bunch of cones of fire, especially when you were fighting the priest, the dragon, the kobold queen.
We had a little firefight.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. Well, let's see if I can't hit it with the bolt this time. At least Munich not in the way. I will send a firebolt in its face if I can hit it. Oh, fuck.
Sadly, that will be a miss.
Oh no!
What's wrong with my rolls today?
Well, whatever Orthos had before, you've caught it.
The only cure is, I don't actually know. Apparently, you've got to shove it off onto someone.
Okay, is that you done, Lathrana, or anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, she's just standing looking at her hands like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Okay, Orthos.
Alright, I'm going to start by using my second wind, because why not? So it'll get me a fair bit of hit points back. And then I am going to launch out another attack.
Ten will miss.
And- that is unfortunate. Well, I'm glad that I have that extra health. Might need it. Okay, that'll do.
Okay. Nunnik gets a death save. And succeeds. You see the dragon priest's wounds are beginning to close up more and more.
Is it a troll or a dragon priest?
It is a troll, but it's clearly was a dragon priest at one point, but hulked out into a troll, basically.
Ah, okay.
Okay. The troll will try and bite Orthos. Nat 1.
Yeah. Today's my lucky day.
And then it will claw Orthos. 13.
That's a miss.
And then it will claw Orthos again. 13.
Yeah, I'm on a roll.
Would you mind sharing some of that?
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm having a moment here. I'm feeling real cool.
Hobrick, it is your go.
I'm going to rummage in my bag and bring out my secret weapon, elf pudding.
What?
Elf pudding.
Oh no, not the elf pudding.
The elf pudding. It is our savior now, and I am going to put it right here
Well, you're just going to pour it on the
on the floor.
Okay.
Does that count as an action or?
No, we'll say it's not this time. Because I would assume that the elf pudding is never far from your person.
And I am going to cast a minor illusion on the elf pudding on the floor to make it more appetizing. Make it the best elf pudding around, made by a 5-star chef.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
With advantage or no?
No, just a standard one. Okay. Is that the end of your go?
Can I try to taunt the dwarf, the troll, about the elf pudding? Make him know it's there?
I'm assuming that's what you were doing with when you were casting it. That's why I made you do the deception check.
Yes.
Taz.
Right. As the well, do I see this whole situation with the freaking pudding?
Yeah, but you also see Hobrick pour. He takes a bottle out of his bag and pours this pink sludge on the floor, and then he kind of waves his fingers around, and it turns into kind of like a sludgy, disgusting-looking pie.
Oh, all right. Brilliant. Then, well, as he's doing that, I remember seeing the oil flung in, and I think, well, that's a wonderful idea, since apparently this thing is healing all the time. I grab one of my own bottles of oil and start shoving a little bit of what do I have to actually shove in there? Do I have any rags, or do I need to use rope?
You can just use we can say that you've got like a handkerchief or something.
Yeah, okay. I use one of my I regrettingly used one of my fancy handkerchiefs.
Is
To say I'm
is it monogrammed?
I'm afraid it is. So this is going to be a very big sacrifice for me. I can't just get these made anywhere. I have a specific tailor in my home cigarette. So
Wow. So
you know how it is.
You actually have to send a message back, dearest mother. Please send a dozen monogrammed handkerchiefs. Use them as Molotov cocktails. Love and hugs, Taz.
She's not my mother.
Make your way to the nearest. Make your way to my haberdasher. He's got an account with me.
Yeah, no, this is. I think you've discovered you understand the logistics of the whole handkerchief situation. This is how what will happen. But yeah, so I prepare this since I figure
I know all about having to have handkerchiefs. I see. I got detention so many times at Catholic boarding school for not wearing garters.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, because we had these high knee socks and they weren't elasticated, so you had to wear garters underneath them. And being kids, we used to like use them as elastic bands and flick them at each other. And when you'd lose yours, you'd get detention.
Oh, okay, hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, but yes, that whole situation.
Yes, I was Catholic boarding school. Yes, I had to wear garters under a long knee-length, unelasticated stocking. Let's leave this alone.
You keep bringing it up, man. I think you have unprocessed things. We're here for you. All right, but I prepared this fancy Molotov. Does this cost me my whole action?
Yeah, that is an action. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. However, I do take like a yet another step away as I do this.
Okay.
No, and that's my turn.
Mork will. He hasn't actually had a weapon out yet, so he's going to draw his longbow and take a shot. He's going to miss.
I know what's wrong. It's immune to range attacks.
Urki will do nothing. Lithrana.
This is getting old. Well, at some point I might hit, so another fireball again. Not getting too close to that thing. Well, actually, yeah. Yeah, just a firebolt.
9 will miss.
Oh dear. Well, seeing that Orthos struggles as well to hit it, I would like to move up next to Nunik's body.
She's not dead, she's just very badly injured and no one's helping her.
I have no expertise in reviving people.
I hit things with the big stick. What do you want from me?
I like to stay here and try to be not too visible. Like, I don't want to take its attention since I can't even hit it. But I would like to move up behind it.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Orthos.
Alright, once again, I'm going to come at it with my halberd. This time I'll have advantage, because thank you, Lithrana.
16 will hit.
We'll do that. Ooh, nice damage roll. And then I'm going to do that same thing I did before with the menacing attack. It'll have to make a wisdom save or be frightened of me. And that'll add a whole 1 extra damage to that attack.
What's the DC?
DC will be 13.
It fails.
Back to the pit from whence ye came, you...
I'm liking this energy.
Nunik passes her second death save. the troll's wounds begin to knit back together again. It seems quite scared of Orthos, so we'll go for the next available target, which
It
is...
should have disadvantage on its rolls to hit now. If I remember the frightened condition properly.
Yeah, but isn't that only towards you?
No, it's as long as the thing that it's frightened of is in eye shot. Eye shot? In sight, rather. So yes,
I like eye shot.
so it will try and bite. Well, it's going to have disadvantage anyway, so it's just going to try and bite Orthos. 20.
Ooh, that is a hit.
Yeah, it was a choice of 20 or a 20. 9
nice.
9 piercing damage.
I'm good. Still up.
And then we'll try and slash at Lithrana with its claws. 13. Lithrana, does 13 hit you?
I said miss.
Ah, I missed that. Then it is going to claw again at... I'm going to say at Lithrana again, because the smell of the elf pudding is getting it hungry. 15.
Miss.
Okay.
Is he really ignoring the most appetizing elf pudding pie around?
No, he knows it's there, and he believes it's a real elf pudding pie, but he's kind of busy with people trying to stab him to death at the moment. So the troll is probably thinking, well, I'll kill these guys and then I shall dip them in my elf pudding.
Shit.
Hobrick, it's your go.
I get mad at him. Is he holding any metal weapons?
No, he's using his claws and his teeth.
Shit.
He does have some silver jewelry on though.
I am going to use heat metal on him.
Ooh. Heat metal's a fun spell.
Can you use that yet?
What level is that spell?
Level 2.
You need to have a long rest before you can do that.
I have 2 spells for...
I know,
2
but
spells for...
I know everybody leveled up, but you don't get your spells until your new spells until after you have a long rest.
Oh shit.
That's why Lithrana's just been sitting at the back firebolt this whole fight, because her big
It would have
magic,
been dead so much
yeah,
already.
her
if I had
her
my
big
spell.
magic hasn't come back yet.
So I don't have any spells now.
Well, I didn't use any of your spells in the last session, so you would still have all of your spell slots, your level 1 spell slots. I specifically, when I was NPCing you, I went out of the way to make sure I didn't use your magic.
If I use a sleep spell, do I hit my party?
Depends where you target it.
Shit. Let's see, sleep spell... 90 feet, 20 feet. I would probably hit Orthos too.
Yeah, but Orthos is a half-elf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am immune to sleep.
1, 2, 3. I am going to cast sleep spell on this location.
Okay, make the roll, please.
What a solid roll.
Okay. The troll begins to blink and it staggers a little bit and it yawns, showing its large pointed yellow teeth, before again dropping to its knees and kind of slumping over It begins snoring loudly.
I look at the party and I whisper and I point at the oil. Oil. Fire. Whoa.
Right,
Fire.
right.
All right.
Fire.
It can only be destroyed by fire. Excellent idea.
No shit, you idiot. Fire.
Well, sure. Right.
Not many of us has encountered trolls before. I don't know if Lithuania has read about them. But...
That would be a
Well,
nature.
I come.
It would be a nature check.
You
but I
know,
would
let
have to wait
me,
for my
let me
turn
see
for that,
if
right?
I'm randomly knowledgeable. I've heard
Right,
stories.
if-
I grew up in the mountains.
If you're not proficient, then it would be a disadvantage
Fair enough.
because you're looking for specific knowledge, not just general knowledge.
You might as well roll for it, you know.
Yeah, Orthos, you would know fire or acid to kill a troll.
Okay.
Lithuania, are you proficient in nature?
Nope. So I have
No idea.
fucking idea.
Right.
Hobrick,
Right, of course, fire.
Hobrick, are you proficient in nature?
Nope.
Okay, so you would know fire, but you wouldn't know acid.
Of course. I remember this from a story I heard back in my home, in back where I grew up. Trolls, they're weak. They fear fire. They fear flame and acid.
Your dad probably told you. Your dad could have handled this really easily. There would have been no
I don't
problems
want
with
to
this.
talk about my dad. He could have handled this whole dungeon easily. That stupid old fart.
See, despite the fact that you wrote that in your background, I was really disappointed that you didn't take one of the Acquisitions Incorporated backgrounds, which is scion of a famous adventurer.
Oh, I didn't realize that was. I didn't notice that. I didn't look in the Acquisitions
Yeah,
Incorporated
there
backgrounds.
is literally one in there that's just like your dad was a famous adventurer, and you've grown up in his shadow. And
Oh, that would have been perfect.
I said that to you, and you were like, "No, I've got the I got the mercenary
Oh
one."
no! How did I not? How did I? I don't remember this at all. Oh no! I've made a horrible mistake.
Well, you have not actually used your background yet, so I mean, we can go back and look at it later on. If you want.
All right.
I don't
We can look at that
mind,
later.
I don't mind the occasional retcon.
All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and deal with the fact that there is a sleeping troll
Yeah, and it's Taz's
that
go.
we need to set on.
Right, well, since I'm not an idiot, I of course knew that it needs to be set on fire. Get out of the way. So I have my little Molotov, and I presume I actually also have something to light all these candles and all the other, essential oils and other bullshit I have.
Well, you are a gold. You took copper, didn't you?
Copper?
Your fire.
kind of dragonborn are
Your
you?
breath attack is fire.
Oh
isn't it?
shit!
Oh,
shit, you're right.
The first one we went down.
No,
This is brilliant. I look around
you-
my pocket.
yeah.
Where's my lighter? Where's my light? Oh, right.
You don't need one. You just literally put. Although you did, you can't use your fire breath because you used it in the last session. You can just.
Yeah.
You can just poof, and light it with your breath.
Yeah, but it goes this way. Right. He stamps forward, holding flask, and then where's my lighter? And then he starts patting around all his many folds and garments of beautiful textiles, and then go, oh wait, right, and it goes on the on the wick, sets the oil aflame, and tosses it at the troll, and of course
Okay, right, so you're actually throwing it at the troll. So I'm going to need
Yes.
you to make a improvised weapon ranged attack. Now, you're not proficient in it, so it's just going to be d20 plus your dexterity modifier.
Right. Okay. So that is a d20 plus plus that. Okay, I should have
Oh,
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh dear.
you could have just walked. You could have just walked.
You could have just walked over there and poured the oil on it and set it on fire. Yeah.
I know, but I didn't know how quickly that was gonna spread.
It's immune to fire. You missed all your attacks. Yeah, it's just got a fire deflection field. My God, he's invincible.
Is this the goblin in a disguise?
It's Red Eye, just wearing a fancy hat.
A really, really fancy hat. It makes him quite large.
A hat of enlarging.
And beginning. Come on.
Well, at least I didn't slip and throw it at myself. Though that would have been fair at
So
that
now
point.
there is a burning puddle of oil on the floor.
Is it gonna spread to him?
No,
Since
no.
it's lubricated up?
He's not lubricated up at all. It covers a 5 foot square.
We've missed every opportunity to lubricate this troll.
Truly. I also have to take down my oil from 2 to 1, right?
Yes. Mork is just going to stand there and be like, Mork, not compute. Lithrana, back to you.
God damn it, we need some fire then.
Well,
Close
it's not
range
moving anymore.
with disadvantage, trying to burn it.
Well, you could just take like a step backwards. It can't attack of opportunity you because
Isn't it
it's
prone?
asleep. Huh? Yeah,
prone?
actually, it is prone. Yes.
Matter for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Please.
No,
What?
I was going to do that next turn, but you can't just pick up the oil with your hand and spray it on his body.
Or or here's the thing that's all of you dark vision motherfuckers have not been thinking of is go into your bag, get a torch out, set the torch on fire, and smash it in the face with it.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh. Right.
An improvised
I do have-
weapon? Or is
I
it
do
a-
have 10
a weapon?
torches.
I always classed it as a club.
Can
That's
I
fair.
use the torch to...
Do you have a torch?
I have a whole bag of loot in my pocket that I'm holding right now.
Can I just reach into my bag and pull out like 3 torches?
On your turn,
'Cause I have
it's still
10 of them.
it's still Lithrana's go.
I don't actually have a torch. That's weird.
Are you going to try and
Right.
point blank firebolt again then?
Yeah, I can't do anything else than that.
I mean, it's
With
worth
it.
noting that because it's unconscious and incapacitated,
I'm not-
attack rolls against it do have advantage.
Yeah, but it's technically a ranged spell attack, and she's yeah. I'm just going to say it's a regular attack. It's not going to be an advantage or disadvantage because they cancel each
Okay.
other out. 11
I'm
will
going
miss.
to quit this game now.
Oh,
coming back.
you gotta be kidding me! Oh no, this is even worse than what I was rolling
I don't
back.
want this anymore. I'm just gonna walk away.
Fuck this shit. I'm out. The Thunner just goes and leans on the wall.
Does anybody want to help Nunnik?
No!
I don't know.
Can anyone help her?
Well, Hobrick, like I say, Hobrick still has all of his. Well,
Oh, yes.
He's got like 3 spell slots and some healing magic.
I was busy making a failed trap.
Yeah, Orthos, it's your go.
Okay. I'm gonna set down my halberd, which I will definitely remember to pick up. And I will take out a torch and promptly light it. I'm assuming that that's going to take a good action to do.
That would be your action, yes. Now, if you want to,
Alright.
if you just want to go to the compendium and just drag a club across, it's a club that does fire damage. That's all I've ever done with a torch.
Okay.
Okay, so Nunnik will do a death save. And she stabilizes herself.
Nunnik doesn't need our
Neglected.
help. Nunnik's the real protagonist here, let's be honest.
Yeah, Nunnik's just been like, just gonna have a nap. medically induced coma.
Violently induced
al-
coma.
Although it is asleep, the troll's wounds do continue to heal.
Well, we'll see how it likes all this fire that we're definitely going to bring to bear against it.
Hobrick.
Definitely.
My turn.
Yes, indeed.
I am going to walk right here and use a cure wound on
Sorry, walk where?
from here to here and here.
You've not moved on my screen yet.
Okay, I'm going to try again.
Okay, right.
I've got a server connection problem, so it might be that.
So you kind of
Maybe-
walk
maybe
through the
something
puddle of
serious.
elf pudding and get it all over your shoes.
I don't care anymore.
Okay, Nunnik wakes up lying on the ground. 10 healing.
Nice.
It's a good heal.
Solid.
Can I,
Uh,
oh, sorry, go on.
nope, carry on.
You know, I just had an idea. What if we drag it into the pit of spikes?
Let's just play it safe.
Alright.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Hobrick?
Can I, as a bonus action, pick up some of the oil and throw it at troll?
No, it's not like sludgy tar, it's lamp oil, so it's a liquid. It's like cooking oil.
Alright, I'll end
We'll
my
make a
turn.
delicious troll flambe.
Okay. Taz.
I butchered that pronunciation.
No, flambe is pretty much right.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. What language is that, anyways? Is
French.
it French?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. My bad.
Wanna say so, yeah.
I don't know that it's supposed to be flambe. Flambe.
You're close, it's flambe.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, just it literally flam is flame, so it's
Yeah,
it's,
that-
it's
yeah.
Flamed.
Yeah, it just means fired or flamed. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I might hold myself to a slightly higher standard of knowing the French stuff, because my mother actually does speak some French. She grew up in Canada.
Alright.
Yeah. She always gives people a funny look when they butcher French pronunciation.
It's
I'm
good to.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I have to apologise on behalf of Great Britain for French-speaking Canadians. I mean, it's really it's our fault because I mean, at the end of the day, we beat them in a war and we let some of them live. So now we've got Quebec. So again, I do
You
apologise.
should apologize. It's a half-assed job, that is. Leaving shit unfinished. Oh my god. And they even didn't manage to secure that colony.
Well, see,
Ugh.
and although in their defence they did burn down the White House.
Fair enough.
Wait, oh, I need to learn more about Canadian history. That
Yeah,
sounds badass.
See, here's the thing: it's the War of 1812. The United States tried to annex Canada. The Canadians kicked the shit out
Yep.
of them, sailed up the Potomac River, and set fire to Washington D.C. The reason the White House is called the White House. The reason the White House is called the White House is because they had to whitewash over all the burnt bits, which is why it's white.
Cool, fucking hell. This.
Don't-
Wow, I didn't.
Don't mess
Why
with.
didn't they teach me about this? in
Don't
school?
mess with
Right.
the fucking Canadians.
Yeah, that's a cool story.
I didn't even know from our history school that we didn't learn anything about American history. We just, yeah, they went up there.
Yeah, well,
to the
I'm
Indians,
gonna
that's
be
it, bam.
completely honest. I didn't learn that from school. I learned that from comedians.
But that's shit. We should. Okay, well. Oh man, that's ridiculous. I really feel like we should have at least heard that. Yeah, okay, these countries have had wars with each other at
Well,
some
I mean,
point in time.
The American Revolution isn't taught in Britain either. It's not seen as that important.
Oh, God. I probably had.
But they could cover
like,
the basics.
A good 2
No,
or
it was.
3.
It's the
Yeah.
the American Revolution. It's taught when we're learning about the Napoleonic era. and the Napoleonic Wars. It's literally the American Revolution is described as a French-funded plot to destabilize the British community. Economy.
You know what? That's not really wrong.
No, it was a French-funded plot to destabilize the British economy, which failed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just have to ask this. So, the French were standing together, and they thought, okay, how can we destroy Britain?
It was literally here's the thing: the British Empire was all over the world at that point, and about a third of our money was coming in from the from sales from stuff from the 13 colonies. Now, Napoleon thought, if we can get the colonies to have an uprising.
Hey, I gotta help my dad with something. Orthos will just continue to attack the troll.
Well, we'll get back to the game. It's Taz's show.
Yeah.
I feel like this could easily have been played off though, as Taz just kind of like randomly starting to babble. Do you know, by the way, that in the middle of the last century, he wouldn't. Right, because damn my hand slipped. Hold on, I got this. So he grabs wait, we haven't gotten any damn oil on the freaking troll, have we?
No, you've got oil all around the troll, but none on the actual troll.
Okay. So wait, can I do like a tiny puff of fire at him, but not like a fire breath, but a little like how I light my pipe?
No, that's that's not. You haven't got enough of the elemental energy inside to do that. You could probably light a pipe or something like that, but not enough to actually breathe fire.
All right, then I feel like I might just have to try this again, or we're gonna die here.
So you spend another round making a second Molotov cocktail.
I don't know what else to do, because I could go back to stabbing him, but
You
wait,
wake
is
him
he...
up.
Pour it out.
What? So what?
You could just walk over and pour the oil on him.
And if you're uncomfortable, you can just walk back again.
I see. This is the whole thing about thinking outside the box. Okay. Well, huffing, he just kind of like tentatively steps forward and uncorks his final bottle of oil and just pours it on there, and just kind of like, oh, that didn't smear quite properly. Hold on. And then he kind of leans in, like rubs it in a little bit, like I'm just trying to make sure it sticks.
Like you're basting a chicken.
Yeah, essentially, just giving it a nice little pat. And I'm still not able to do the little, kind of like little, just okay. Then
the troll is covered in oil.
He is covered in oil now. Is that my action spent?
That would be your action, yes.
Then I jump back from that. So, good. Light him on fire then.
Mork will do nothing. He will Urki Lithrana.
I would like to hold my action for if it stands up again.
Okay. What
With
are
a
you?
fireball.
Okay. Orthos,
Oh, okay, cool.
are you back? Okay. Looks like I shall. This troll fight has been going on so long that the music ran out.
I just thought because we've been having nice little conversations on the side, wasting our precious game time. But they are nice.
Okay, Orthos will raise his torch, and with advantage due to it being prone, we'll try and slam it over the head. Well, he's just going to try and set fire to the oil. And he's going to... 22 will hit.
Can you believe failing?
I would have
Trying to
laughed if...
light
yeah. It takes 4 fire damage, as well as an additional 5 fire damage, because it is on fire. So that's 9 fire damage.
Nice.
And it wakes up. Nunnik will disengage and crawl away into the corner.
Good call.
The troll will stand up.
Firebolt.
Make your attack. That misses.
I hate this game.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
How many times have I rolled 11?
11.
I would give you. I send you a virtual hug. That is terrible.
Okay, it is going to, now that it is on fire, it is going to roar and try and bite Orthos. 22 to hit. Which will hit and do 8 points of piercing. It will then slash out with its claws at Hobrick.
Yes.
14 to hit.
Hits.
That's 8 slashing damage. It will then slash out with its other claw at Orthos. 15, which will miss. Hobrick, it is your go.
I am going to witch slap.
Okay, 18 actually hits. Much to the annoyance of Lithrana. Okay, he does 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Taz, it's your go.
Right. So now he's consistently on fire. This dude.
He is on fire for 2 rounds.
All right. Then. Wait. Is it the same with the little fire accident?
Yes, so at the end of... you threw it, so last round was the first round, this will be the second round. At the end of this round, it will go out.
Okay. Then you know, I join in and hop. It's burning now! Stab it! Now stab it to death while it can't recover. Because that obviously was the logic here. I mean, I suppose he would just be able to draw that conclusion himself at this point. So I jump back up and try and get in another nice stab.
Okay.
So that's yeah. First I gotta roll if I hit. Shoop.
24 hits.
Cool, and then I can do the. Then first I roll the regular damage, and then I still get my 2d6, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm trying to learn how to remember these things.
Is 12.
Neat. And as I managed, so I managed to skewer both of his testicles, and then I use my bonus action to disengage and jump back.
Okay. Lithrana, it's your go.
Why can't I fucking hit with this spell?
All right, who's that?
No, no.
There's just this big burnt area over here now.
Oh no!
I'm going to stand in with melee just to draw some attention away from Orthos.
I feel so bad because I've rolled my hits pretty nicely, and yet I'm the one who got the inspiration to do the hits.
Which you've not actually used.
I haven't needed it.
No. Orthos, you are currently armed with a flaming club. The troll is on fire for another round.
All right. Oh boy, things are getting dicey. Well, I'm gonna lash out once more with this mighty club.
It also bit you for 8 damage beforehand.
Yeah. Oh, 7 failed attacks. Oh wow. All right, here we go.
25 is going to hit.
All right.
That's a crit.
It is a crit.
That is a crit. Yeah, I'm not
What?
sure why I had it rolled at disadvantage there, but
Cool. How does
Okay.
this work?
Roll.
Well, it means that
a-
I'll roll another 1d4.
It does mean that, yes.
And I will throw
In fact,
in.
you're not going to need to because it had 3 hit points.
Oh, okay.
And it hasn't been. It can't regenerate now because it's on fire and it's taken fire damage. The troll falls over backwards onto the ground, dying, thus ending combat.
Woo!
Oh,
Right.
does it succumb to the flames?
It does.
Excellent. Arthas, you have to tell us more about the various stories from your homeland.
Maybe we
Well-
can eat some elf pudding while you talk.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Elf pudding?
Oh, yes, I forgot
Oh yeah,
to
no,
talk.
he hasn't actually told anyone what that thing was called, had he?
Gives
Yeah,
a little glare to Hobrick.
remember the barrel that I put my hand in and I was drunk?
Yes, that was disgusting.
Yes, indeed. since those brave elves died and made into pudding, I thought maybe we can use it on the monster, the one that the Nooks. I forgot what are they not called again. I thought we should take it out. I am all done to attempt to talk to me.
What?
So, the goblins had a barrel of elves.
Yes, indeed.
Mashed elf.
Yes.
Nuts.
Barbaric
And
creatures.
you stuck your hand in it, knowing this full well.
Well, I thought we could use it. I mean, want not waste not, right?
What did you want to use it as? Lube?
It was scientific experiments. Tascar tries to defend his friend Hobrick.
Yes, indeed. And I thought we could use it on any monster that is stupid to eat elf pudding. I do not know. I mean, it's an experiment.
It's a fair one. If I fall in combat, feel free to use my body for scientific experiments of any of the sorts.
Yes, indeed. Like me, always.
Excellent. Now, what in the bloody underworld was that?
I think it was a troll. I read about it in some scroll before.
But why was it in the?
Was it the troll
Why
story?
was it in this tomb?
Well, the inscriptions on the side of the sarcophagus did say that there was the 6th dragon priest that turned into a monster and they could not kill it. Which makes sense if it was a troll. Remarkably hard to kill, as we have found out.
So
Completely immune to ranged attacks.
do I? And do we all know the story?
Lithrana makes it sounds passive aggressive as a standard action.
Do we all know the kind of legend behind what happened to the Dragonborn at one point in this world, where they were all turned into beasts?
Yeah, that's pretty common knowledge.
Okay, so that's one of those legendary beasts.
No,
Nev-
no.
No.
Yeah, what happened to the Dragonborn is they were turned into basically mutated, horrendous mockeries of themselves and used as soldiers 3,000 years ago. Well, nearly 4,000 years ago. What happened to this guy is when that was going, if you think back to the knowledge that you learn, what happened to this guy is when the Dragonkin were being stolen for the experimentation that did that to them by the Black Wolf Marichi, this guy tried to imbue himself with power and turned into this monster. And the other dragon priests basically died, sealing him away in this crypt.
Okay, and do I know this?
Yeah, you were the one who discovered all this information when you read the hieroglyphics on the sarcophagus.
Right. No, sorry. Now I remember. Yeah. No, I've not been able to find my fucking notes, so I don't know where the fuck I say those. But yeah, great. And I shared that information with everyone else back then.
You already shared it with everyone, yes.
Yeah. Well, that was the end of his final chapter. Why didn't they think of why didn't they think of using fire?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I would like to have a look at those rings and gems.
Yes, don't
What?
forget them.
That's an excellent idea.
The horde person goes into full acquisition mode.
As you do.
As you do.
Glinting in her eyes for a long time now.
So, you find an ornate ceremonial dagger. Brackets 125. 2 silver rings, brackets 15. A silver amulet, brackets 15. Scattered across the bottom of the sarcophagus are 220 silver pieces, 50 gold pieces, and 4 miraculously unburnt spell scrolls. And they appear to have been written by a cleric. So, they are a scroll of command, a scroll of cure wounds level 2, a scroll of inflict wounds level 2, and guiding bolt level 2. Now, for those of you who don't know, spell scrolls are can be cast by anyone, but you have to be a spellcaster to cast them. If you do not have anyone can cast a spell scroll, but if you do not have the scroll on, if the scroll you're trying to cast is not on your standard spell list, there's a chance that it will fail.
Alright, so this doesn't...
Actually, no, I told that wrong. That's older editions. Yeah, you need to be able to cast the spell. So, for example, Nunnik will be able to cast all of those spells. She's a cleric. If they're too high a level for you, you can still try and cast them, but there's a chance they'll fail.
So it's really only Orthus and Tass that can't use these.
Also
Mork.
Well, no, because they aren't... Like, Lithrana can't use them because she's not a cleric. She doesn't have access to these cleric spells. Hobrick
right.
can use the Cure Wounds. He might be able to use Command as well because it's on his spell list. I think. I'd have to double check that. If it's on your spell list, you can use it. If it's not in your spell list, then you can't use it. I know for sure that the only one who can use all of them without any issues is Nunnik. I'm pretty sure Hobrick can use Cure... Well, I mean, I know Hobrick can use Cure Wounds. I don't know about Inflict Wounds, or I don't think Bards get that. I don't know if they get Command, and I know they don't get Guiding Bolt.
They don't get command, I just
Okay.
checked.
So yeah, Hobrick could use the Cure Wounds spell, but Nunnik was the only one who could use the others.
Oh, that's some lovely scrolls there, just for Ninnik. Guys, would you mind seeing if we could maybe move this troll body into the pit so we can pass safely instead of jumping? I don't dare
seems
test my luck again.
Practical.
Can it fit?
Well,
You would have to kind of like wrestle an oiled up on fire troll.
well, if you push it, it should slide easily.
What
Just
we'll
give it a
do
quick
is we will say 10 minutes later everyone is across the pit, just to speed things up a bit.
Yeah, okay, fair.
Fair enough. I just don't want to jump and die.
Should we... that was quite an exhausting fight. Shouldn't we take a bit of a breather? I'd like to make an addition in my journal.
I could use a bit of time to sit down.
And I need a
Good
puff of
luck to you.
tobacco.
Right.
What time of day is it approximately?
You don't know you're underground.
I need to get that 1 feet.
Need to get a nice goblin pocket watch is what you do.
You just want to go up to the top so you can hang out on your new sofa again, don't you?
Yeah. And the
Ah, yes.
we
Alright,
have
we'll-
furniture.
We left those at the end, at the mouth of the
No, you left them at your camp, which is a little bit away.
We hid them away.
Right, yes. Right, so everyone up for a short rest?
I think the fact that all the wizards are out of magic probably means that they want a long rest.
Oh, well, but
That
then we
seems
have to go
like-
outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for whatever. As a fighter, I get pretty much everything back on a short rest anyway.
Same with
So-
rogues.
Yeah, I'm fine with a short rest, but also like you know, our magic users are fairly spent, I guess, and it's not
Especially that you're going to need to try and descend deeper down into the second level of the dungeon. And
That's right.
yes.
The second level.
So if everyone would like to just leave their tokens, I will just gather them up. I'm just going to save us some time. You head back up to the secret camp. You find a miraculously untouched sofa and seat there. You're able just to get the This is a desolation, so there's no scrubland or there's no bushes or anything that you can hide it under. So you're just able to dust them off a little bit, and you settle down, and you're able to get some shut-eye, bandage your wounds, and refresh your spells. And you can take a long rest.
I'm sitting comfy in my chair while doing this.
Really? Because you haven't actually cleaned that chair, and it wasn't a goblin lair for God knows how long.
And I can't hit with spells, so I just need to rest.
Okay.
We are
Right.
taking a long rest, right?
Yes.
Right.
Oh dear.
Taskar just kind of busies himself with adding scribbles to his notes and maps and journals. Still need to learn more about. Still need to properly read through the cartographer stuff. I don't even know how much that
back to
plays
full
in.
hit dice as well. Oh, that's perfect.
If you've not used any, then yes, you would give them back.
I'm going to use Song of Rest before sleeping or something.
You
like
don't
this.
need to do that because you're having a long rest, so everyone gets everything back anyway. Song of Rest is only really useful on a short rest.
We are
But that's
having a
pretty
long-
fucking useful either way.
Well, I mean, it would be if you weren't getting all of your hit dice, all your hit points back anyway.
Now that we know he has that one, that's good.
Yeah, always do that on a short rest, but you don't really need to on a long rest.
Right. So hit dice, and well, also breath weapon and everything else.
Yeah, you
basically
get all,
good.
you get all of that back.
Nice.
Now I can use heat metal, right?
Yeah, you now have your second level spells.
Right. So we're just done with the rest, with the long rest.
What's the throne made of?
Well, I will remind you what's in this room in just a second. Okay. A circular shaft pierces the floor of this 40-foot diameter domed chamber. Dim violet light shines out of the shaft, revealing sickly white and grey vines that coat the walls of the shaft. The light is supplemented by 4 lit wall torches set equidistant around the periphery of the chamber. A crudely fashioned stone throne sits against the curve of the northwestern wall. A large iron chest serves as the throne's footstool. A sapling grows in a wide stone pot next to the throne. Now, you've already obviously looked through the iron chest and everything like that.
Right.
I will assume that Orthos picked up his halberd because he didn't.
Oh,
actually...
goddamn! I remembered that while you were spitting out the loot from the troll, and then I forgot, and I didn't say anything because I didn't want to interrupt. Oh, thank you. Oh dear, fool that I am.
I will engage. What weapon do you have? I've got this stick.
And I've also, I've got my quarterstaff. I've also got a hand axe and a couple javelins still.
Oh, a pointed stick.
Yeah, exactly. I specialize in stick weapons. And any weapon that resembles a stick, I can smack things with it. Alright, so, you need to get down there. Do these vines look climbable?
Give me a survival check.
Right, so it's actually just like a long shaft down, like a well.
Well, it's 40 foot deep.
Okay.
Orthos, giving it a quick once over, you are pretty sure they are affixed to the wall strongly enough to hold someone's weight.
Right. Alright, so we can climb down the vines. We could also put up a rope if we wanted. It'd be just for extra safety.
I've got some rope. I think we all have some rope.
I don't have... Oh, no, okay, I do have rope. Good. I would not be able to call myself an adventurer if I didn't have any rope.
I do not have any, and I consider myself a great adventurer. Thank you very much.
Well, just hold ourselves to different standards.
Hey, actually, if we use rope in a situation like this, will we actually be able to kind of snag it? We would be able to do one of those knots where if you give it a yank in a certain way from the bottom, it actually unlatches from the top and falls down for you.
No, because that's elven rope from Lord of the Rings.
It's like I'm trying to figure out like what there is like a knot where if you like give it a whip or something, it basically undoes itself. But I don't know, maybe that's just fancy stuff we don't know.
Way to have a rope give out on you.
Yeah,
yes.
And at the end of the day, you can just climb down the vines. It would be like climbing down a ladder.
Yeah, if they're that sturdy, then yeah. Yeah, since Orthos already.
Seeing that there's not much down there at the bottom, I think I will begin to climb down. Just like, all right, well, let's get on with this.
You can all climb. You can all climb down together. You're not going to need to go one at a time.
Yeah, fair enough. There's a lot of room around there.
Are we climbing a tree or we are going downward?
Climbing down.
Ah, okay.
Down, down, deeper and down.
Down into the deeps. Into the abyss beneath.
Wait, did we just talk ghost?
Oh!
Wait, but if you're standing there in the middle, wouldn't you actually be kind of like not be able to touch any of the vines?
Okay, let me move you across.
Roll20 says it's opening planar transport.
So was
Clearly,
it getting the
sign
star
that we're
jammer, is
secretly
it?
going between planes. I think I started a Starjammer game once. Yeah, never really went anywhere.
Oh god, this dungeon is huge.
Oh, skeletons.
Luminescent fungus,
this is-
shedding violet light, clings to the walls and ceilings of this wide cavern. The air is damp, chilly, and redolent with the odours of loam and decay. A layer of earth mixed with rotting vegetation and the remains of cave animals covers the floor. Several varieties of mushroom and fungi grow on the detritus, as well as a few saplings. 2 robed skeletons appear to be shoveling manure and soil around. And you see a couple of bizarre shrub-looking creatures turning and moving as you descend into the room. I would like everybody, please, to roll for initiatives.
I feel like I should point out, when I was talking to my dad earlier, he said that he might have some more for me to do, and that might take me some more time. I'm hoping that he'll wait for me to be done. I told him when we're going to end the session, but it's possible that I will be stolen away.
Okay?
I didn't have my token.
Then just click on it and roll again.
Looking at these skeletons, I'm just... In my last game, we had a cleric who raised a skeleton, and he named him Dimitri, and he was the dearest Dimitri. He was such a good skeleton, right up until he was absolutely destroyed, saving the life of our paladin. And now every time I look at that skeleton image, I just remember poor Dimitri. He was the greatest of us all.
Alas, poor Dimitri.
You knew him well, Horatio. Okay, so Mork. Nunik. Okay. Okay. One of the moving shrubs darts towards Orthos and tries to lash out with its thorny claws. 11.
That is a miss.
Mork will go Mork, and we'll move to here, and we'll bring his maul down on the other twig creature.
He will Arthas his Arthas.
And he
Get out.
smashes it into the ground. This skeleton hefts its shovel and moves down here and will try and smash Taz in the face with a shovel.
Look out, he's got a shovel!
By God!
The deadliest of weapons!
8.
Oh, it missed.
Lithrana, 'tis your go.
Hey, Blade Song!
Really, against skeletons?
I think we can crush these.
I can see further than that, and I see the enemies in the room above.
Ooh.
Which I do not tell my party about.
Oh, that's because you shouldn't be able to see these. I forgot to put them in the other layer.
Okay. Well, either way, I still use
I
it.
forgot about drow vision.
Yeah, I can see fucking far. In the dark.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to move over behind. How many times can you move within the reach of an enemy? That's just one square.
You can
right?
move. You can move in and then another square.
I would move here,
Yes, that's fine.
and I would like to bash it with a thunderous boom.
Okay. Uh, 7 will miss.
Hi. That's my turn.
Well, it is that skeleton's go now, and he's going to turn around and he's going to try and smack you in the head with a shovel. 17.
Damn, it beats me.
You take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. Yeah, I called for that one.
Taz, it's your go.
Okay, I don't know if Taz knows, but I have a gut feeling that piercing damage is shit against skeletons. Wait, hold on, I got that picture.
In older editions and in Pathfinder, that was the case. It's not really in 5th edition anymore.
Wait, here. I got it right. Yeah, just because of like this exact situation. Right?
Yeah.
okay, it's not the
There's a guy
situation
with
here.
there's a guy with a fucking hammer behind them. Why he's not smashing that?
Oh, he could. Yeah, and the guy with the pan. Fucking hell, he could go full demo pan on his ass, and it'd be great. 'Cause, you know,
Maybe he's a coward. So
he uses intimidation. That skeleton. I mean, look at his confident pose. Fuck. Right,
just look
but
at the spine.
the way he's.
There's nothing worse than an overly confident skeleton.
Oh god, isn't there like a species, a playable sort of undead species in any of these?
Not really.
It'd be excellent to play like an overly confident skeleton swashbuckler. Okay, but anyways, yes.
Revenant, I think, is the closest you're gonna get.
Right. But yes. Yeah. How about you pile of twigs? And I stab,
Okay.
as one does.
And you hit.
Right, excellent. And then yeah, no, I get the sneak attack as well because Arthas is right next to me.
Yes.
Yeah. So then I use the fancy dice roller, which I haven't used before, to add my little +3 for the dexterity, right?
You don't add dexterity to your sneak attack.
Right. I knew that.
You have
wait,
never.
when did
you
I?
have never done that. Ever.
Where did I? No. But where did I add that? Where did I
You
add
don't-
the?
You don't.
Oh, that
add
was for the
at all.
improvised weapons.
Yeah.
That was for the improvised weapons thing. Right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So 2d6.
You haven't actually
What?
rolled damage yet.
I haven't.
There we go. Okay, so that is 14. You smash the skeleton.
Nice.
Urki is not going to do anything. Nunnik is going to go 5, 10. And she is going to attempt to smash the living bejesus out of that skeleton. $13 will hit. Well, technically it's a 15 because of advantage. She does 9 bludgeoning damage, but because it's bludgeoning which skeletons are weak to, that is 18, and she destroys it. Orthos, it's your go.
Alright, that's 2 one-shots. Now let's see if I can keep up. That's 3 one-shots, actually.
Well, I'm on my 8th miss so far.
Are we going to go for 10?
No,
If you-
it's
if you-
actually
if-
fine.
I should have got it out for advantage.
If you
Oh, well, I
If-
couldn't have. I wouldn't have been able to get around it.
if you get 10 misses, you're going to win the Jerry Hawkins Award for dice rolling.
Alright,
I'm getting
Oh.
close.
I'll slide up here a little bit, but that's it for me.
Okay.
I missed.
Obrick.
If I went here, can I go right here?
Yeah.
Right. Move to this side and boom. And I am going to bitch slap him, like usual. And
13 will hit. For 1.
yeah.
This is not a skeleton, so it's not weak to bludgeoning damage. This is one of the
But
twig
so how are you-
creatures.
It's
How
about
are you?
confidence. I am damaging the confidence.
How were you able to move past the front of it with getting the?
Well, because he took one square to there, then he entered
Hmm.
combat, and then he just did another one.
Okay.
You can move one square in combat without being attacked.
Oh, okay. You can. Right. So it's if you move away. That
If,
then.
yeah, if you move away, or if you move more than one.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah. Okay. That clears it up a little bit more for me. Thank you.
okay, the twig creature is not happy at being bitch slapped, and seeing as Orthos doesn't seem to be any threat to it at all, is going to attack Obrick. 8.
I have 8 armor class, so it hits, I think.
That is 2 piercing.
I'm going to reply and say, your mother is heavier than me. Yeah.
Well,
Sick
you know,
burn.
that's pretty accurate, seeing as I know where it came from, and yeah.
It's just facts at that point.
Yeah, it's just the sun is blue. Or the sky is blue, rather. Mork will...
The sun is blue.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Mork!
Ooh.
It had 3 hit points, so I'm just going to assume that it's very dead.
We should give him an axe and
Thus
get him to chop
ending
trees
combat.
down.
All right. Good show. Well done.
And this is why I do not use vicious mockery, since I am a complete failure in it. Indeed.
Ah, yes. Vicious
Well, I
mockery.
thought that was quite offensive.
Well, to a scholar, it is offensive, but you see these lots we are surrounded with, and you can't count the books they read on one hand.
Taskar just nods like slightly superiorly and very under. Yes, of course. I didn't consider.
Indeed.
Mm.
You're dumb,
do
and
not even
you're
smoke
dumb and you
pipes.
can't read right.
It's just adjusting monocle and like stroking a non-existent beard of scales along his chin. Like, yes, of course. Right, so we're done.
We're
with
gonna
that
have to
one.
find you the belt of dwarven kind, because even if you can't grow a beard, it lets you grow a beard.
That's right. What a magnificent item it is.
I had a female character find the belt of dwarven kind and end up with a beard. She refused point blank to ever shave that thing off.
All right.
As you do. All right, so it looks like we've got a couple of doors and the passageway to the north.
Can I
Talk
notice
to-
anything interesting about this room?
The floor is covered in compost.
Right, so this just looks like someone's. This just looks like their cellar. There was nothing very interesting. There's no interesting
No.
architecture
Well,
in here.
There's no.
I mean, they're
natural
trying to
architecture.
grow things down here, which is kind of interesting.
There's all violet glowing fungi that's lighting up the room.
Can I do a nature check to see if I know the fungi?
Are you proficient in nature?
Nope.
You can do it with disadvantage. You have no idea.
We can eat it as a salad.
Perhaps it's properly roasted.
Well, it's purple and it's glowing, so probably not a good idea.
Oh fuck! I forgot. I have a force. I'm proficient in survival, and I have. I could have. I could have noticed that. I could have had a look at the mushrooms, but now we already looked at them. So we have what? 2 doors and a passage. I say we go through the doors, since last time we didn't. Shit came out of them
Fair
behind
enough.
us.
All right,
Right.
how about we start with this south door? Tasgar, you want to have a look at it? I think you're better at looking at things than I am.
Yes, perhaps they have trapped it to defend some potential mushroom storage, or not. You never know with these creatures.
How about this open doorway here?
It's too
Yes.
obvious. Too obvious.
Right.
No, sorry. Finish. What were you going to say?
Well, I was checking this section and I saw an opening. Maybe, since it is open, it's safer, maybe?
Well, I'm quite sure I'm able to determine how safe this door is. Give me a moment. Taskar goes up to the door and starts, examining it just in
Give me a
his
perception.
normal
Give me a perception.
anal. Yeah, in his normal anal fashion.
Anal, but not in the good way.
Yeah, not like with his asshole. Just,
You do not see any traps. You don't hear anything from the other side. Does not appear to be locked.
okay, it's not locked either. Right, then
I said it does not appear to be locked.
it does not appear to be locked. Well, does it have a door handle?
Yes.
Then I jiggle that, since I believe it's perfectly safe.
It does not appear to be locked.
Yeah, okay. Then I open up the door and have a look inside.
Okay.
Oh, there's a whole corridor behind this unassuming door.
Should
Do you
we
wa-
send in Mork first, since he is made out of metal?
No, because that would be the GM playing against the GM, and the GM doesn't like it when that happens.
Let's have a look at the other door, just in case that's a... Before we choose before we go either south or
fair point.
north. So repeat that whole
That
little
would be a perception check again. Yes.
yeah.
Okay, the door does not appear to be locked. You do not see any sign of traps, and you do not hear anything from the other side.
Alright, seems all clear. I open up the door and have a look inside as well.
Okay. 2 rows of dragon-carved marble columns march the length of the hall, most completely covered in luminescent fungus. The cobbled floor is cracked and stained, and on it sit many small wooden tables. The contents on the tables include mortars and pestles, small tools, bowls filled with crushed leaves, chopped fungus stalks, and other plant specimens. The many doors leading off the hall are partially open. What is your passive perception, please?
Wait, my passive perception.
Yes.
10 plus your perception modifier.
Okay,
Or
then
14.
that's 14, right?
Okay, yes. You
If
can,
I have 4.
You can hear muttering coming from some of the rooms, and the sound of heavy breathing. Sounds like snoring. The muttering is in... do you speak Goblin?
No.
Cannot understand what it is, but it is clearly Goblin.
I speak only Common, Draconic, and Dwarvish. Right. There are goblins in there.
A Lithrana.
Yes.
The floor of the cavern that you are looking into is stained and smells of of blood and animal musk. Light glowing from fungus reveals the eastern niche, which holds a pallet of matted furs, a wide wooden board on which a variety of weapons are affixed, a great cloak of patchy black fur hung on a slender pole. To the edge of the niche are two large nests made of hair, dry fungus, and refuse.
So pretty much what we saw upstairs, right?
Yeah, they look like big rat nests.
I'm gonna relay this info to the guys next to me without speaking too loudly. Guys, I think there is at least a rat nest up, like in the cavern ahead. And there's also a weapon rack and a fur hanging out like a cloak.
Ooh, now that's got me curious.
Do you think there's a creature living down here? Well, obviously the beasts, but
Well, there's goblins down this corridor.
I said
I
other
speak
than
goblin.
beasts.
Oh, do you? They're talking about something. Come over here. Tasca waves him over.
All right. Let me just. And I put my ear on the door. I try
The
to
door's open.
Yeah.
near the door.
Okay, give me a perception check, please. Okay. You hear what sounds to be. Let me see. You hear a couple of conversations. One appears to be arguing about some sort of cooking, and the other appears to be arguing about some sort of medical procedure.
What are they saying? What are they saying?
The first one is talking about how to properly cook elf pudding, maybe? I do not understand. And the second one is talking about a procedure, maybe, goblins aren't that smart. They won't do surgery. No.
Sorry, Magnus, your question that you just asked, your
Yeah.
vision is 120 feet of dark vision, so you can see 120 feet in black and white.
Sick.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there is no dim light after it, it's just at the 120 foot, it just stops.
I was just thinking about the fact that if it dim light, you have disadvantage on range attack.
If it's dim light, you have disadvantage on everything.
Okay, but when it's just total blackness in black and white, that's just nullified.
Dark vision is something else entirely. It's like a third kind of sight. As long as you're in dark vision range, you can see it's black and white, but you can still see everything as clear as it was daylight for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying.
So, like for 120 feet, you can see perfectly. It's just there's no color.
Okay. And is that measured right for the characters, or if
Yeah.
I was?
Your token has 120 foot of vision on it.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking that everything is so increasing, like really, really bright. So I was just wondering.
Hang on, let me have a look at your token. No, from what I can see, your character can has the dark vision set up properly. So basically, if you can see it on the screen, you can see it.
Okay, to up to like a half of the square, just
What are you
we
talking
discussed.
about?
Like if I see a token, like for instance, if I saw a token on this square, I wouldn't truly see it. But if it was on this square, I would see it. Like if it covered more than half of the square, I would be able to see the creature.
You
we
might,
talked about
you might be able to be aware of it even if you can see only a bit of the token. It's just these are 5-foot squares, so you have to be aware that sometimes you just can't see things. But usually, if you can see it, then you can see it.
Okay. Thank you.
It's just like I mean, for example, if you see that the like here, you can see quite far into the wall. Now that's so that you can see where the wall is. Now the reason it's done this way is because for some reason anyone who starts playing Dungeons and Dragons, if you put the line directly up, if you put the dynamic lighting directly up to the edge of the wall, every time they can't see anything, everyone is always constantly going, is that a wall, is that a wall, is that a wall, is that a door, is that a wall? So GMs have got into the habit of just putting it a little bit back so you can see clearly what it is. Now it might be blocking your line of sight if there's a wall there, but obviously you'd be able to see something that you couldn't see in the game. It only happens rarely though.
I was just confused that I could see so incredibly much.
Well, you're a drow and you're underground, so there's that. That's the reason.
Oh, perfect. Carry on.
Okay.
But what do we do with these goblins? Do we kill them?
Well, we've put down the rest of them.
They might come from behind if they hear a commotion.
Then we ought to take care of them before things get dicey.
So Taskar still has his. I don't think he actually put his rapier away, so he just kind of hefts it and goes, right. I can go first, and you just jump in after me the moment the moment you hear anything happening.
Right. Try to stay quiet.
So Taskar looks wait, is Taskar taller than Orthus? Taskar is about the 2 meters, 2 meters, a little bit taller than 2 meters.
You're probably a bit taller than Orthus then. Orthus is, well, I know it in feet. Because I know height well in feet.
Right, how tall is he in feet?
Damn my US upbringing. It's
So I think 2 meters is like 6 feet.
No, 185 is 6 foot
about
2. I think
about 1.9 meters.
Yeah.
188 centimeters, something like that.
No, well, 185 is you're just over 6 foot. So like 6 foot 2 is 185, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or 6 foot is 185, I think. One of them.
Yeah, Taskar is this tall, slender figure. So he's okay. So he's easily like a head taller than Orthus.
Yeah.
Alright,
Dragonborn, you're tall.
Yeah, but they only live about 50 years, so he'll be dead before you anyway.
Yeah.
Laughs in Elvish.
It's not fair. All right, so Taskar just cranes his neck a little, and looks at the others. Well, come along. Like waving.
Well, Taz, if you're going to sneak, I'm going to need a stealth check from you, please.
Yeah. Not great, not terrible.
Okay. Move freely if you wish.
But I want I don't want a repeat of last time where I snuck ahead and half of the party was basically sitting way.
Well, the rest of the
behind.
party are wearing quite heavy armor, so if they try and sneak behind you, they're going to be very loud.
No, I just want them a little bit closer to the door is all. Alright, but yeah, so I start sneaking in on my tippy toes. Do I see these guys?
If you see them on the screen, you see them.
All right, then does Hobik still see me?
Let me just gotta ask a quick question. I'm assuming you put your lantern out.
Oh shit. I would have. Okay, so normally I would do that every time I start sneaking, but I didn't actually remember to do that. It was intentional to leave it on until we went to the bottom of this thing, but then I forgot to actually turn it off while starting to sneak. So that's up to you if you feel like that.
I'm quite happy to let you get away with it this time. I've already turned it off for you.
All right, thank you. But yeah,
Actually,
so definitely for
I
the.
just need to do something quickly, actually.
Bye sight.
Yeah, that's another
There you
problem.
There you go.
Wait, so how the fuck? Yeah, how the fuck did this didn't really work last time? Because I wasn't able to. I wouldn't really be able to sneak up on anyone because, like you said before, even though we have this little circle of light around us, you don't really mean that as a way for us to actually see immediately around us.
Yeah, that's just so that you can be aware of stuff in your general vicinity when you're navigating the map.
Okay. Well. Okay. Well, well. Can I hear which direction the sounds are, the conversation is coming from?
Yeah, from around here and here.
Then
that is where the snoring is coming from.
Oh, the snoring, of course, sounds interesting. So I start. So I head towards. Carefully head towards the snore. And do I notice this door instead of just bumping into it?
Yeah, you notice that it is partially open.
All right. So I tried to gently nudge it to feel if it's gonna make a sound of me pushing it open.
Well, you can either try and well, give me a perception check for that then.
Yes, this is like it's just gently nudging it, and if there's a lot of
Yeah, there's a bit of resistance. It would probably scrape and make some noise, but it is partially open, so you might be able to just try and breathe in and slip through.
Yeah, I try that. I try to just flatten myself.
Give me an acrobatics check, please.
That sounds about right.
Yep, you're able to smooth through the open door without making any noise.
Right, great. And I presume the snoring is getting louder as I get closer?
Yes, you appear to be in a room with at least, well, you got 17, so, yeah, there's probably like 2 or 3 sleeping goblins in here from what you can hear.
Okay, so I see, are these bedrolls on my
Yes.
right and left? So I see those, and I just kind of follow the wall here. And, well, here's another wall, so I keep going. I also try to look at the floor to make sure I'm not like bumping into anything that makes a ton of noise.
Okay.
Do I need to roll something separately
That's
for that?
what the stealth check is for.
Right, exactly. Okay, good. And do I find this guy?
Yes, you see a sleeping figure.
Excellent. Now, am I actually able to? I'm not able to like instantly take out sleeping guys, right?
Almost. What you would do is you would make an attack roll, but if you hit, it's an automatic critical hit because he's not able to defend himself. Plus, he's lying down, so you would have advantage.
Okay. Great. But now that I've
but he's basically also. They've got such low hit points, and you would be rolling a critical hit with sneak attack for being advantage would be 4, 5, 66 plus 3 for you. So if you roll an attack roll and you hit, then I'm just going to say it's dead.
Okay. Can I while I'm close to this guy, can I hear any of the other sleepers in the room? Can I hear anyone else in there?
Well, you can hear the sleepers. Yeah, they appear to be sleeping.
Yeah. Okay. So there's more than the one guy. Yeah.
I already said that you think there's 2 or 3 in there.
Yeah. No, you already did say that. All right. Then I take out my rapier and try and sticking.
Okay, well, I'm first of all going to need a stealth check from you again.
Mhm.
Okay, and now you can make an attack roll.
Great.
Yes, you stab him and he dies in his sleep, and it doesn't appear to wake anybody up.
Great. So, carefully stepping over him, I keep going on my murderous little rampage. Do I see this guy?
Yes.
Yes. And repeat of the same.
Stealth check, please.
Stealth.
Okay, attack roll. And you kill him in his sleep.
Nice. And then I keep following the wall.
Murder hobos!
The hobos united on an
The
epic
deal,
journey. And I find another guy, and it's really just surgical at this point.
Stealth. Okay. Attack roll. And you kill that guy.
Great. All right, so this room done. Was it Bravo 6 is really freaking dark. I try to get out of the door again. Do I need to do acrobatics
another
again?
Acrobatics, yeah. And you slip through.
Great. If I was able to hear the snoring from over there, would I have been able? Could I be able to hear the snoring from further
You
up?
don't hear any other snoring.
Okay, well then I just go for the room with the where I heard a conversation. I listen through the door.
You don't speak Goblin, so you can't
No,
understand. anyway.
there's just the conversation still going on.
Yeah.
Right.
You hear like clanking and like something wooden hitting something else wooden, but sounds like someone pottering around in a kitchen.
I give the door a feel to see if I can push it open or slip through.
You can try and slip through if you want again.
I'd like to try with perception first, since I'm better at that.
Okay.
Like I did with the last door.
Yeah, no, I understand. Go for it. Yeah, it's again, everything's gummed up and covered in dirt and filth in this place, so it'll probably make a bit of noise.
Yeah, then I just try and slip through it instead.
Okay. You slip through.
Nice. Now let's see if they happen to be just casually looking straight at the door. This is very unnerving.
Okay, you slip through the door. They have dark vision. You do not. It is a small 4 square by 4 square room, and you just entered into the room to the two goblins who were working in a kitchen. They very clearly saw you slip through the door. You literally just walked into the room with them.
Yeah. Oh, being a freaking sneak without dark vision sucks. I had a good run though.
One of them sees you and will, because you can't see him, run forward and try and smack you with a large wooden spoon.
Oh, that's terrifying.
20.
He gets advantage on me, I guess.
He doesn't need it with a 20.
No, it hits. It
Yeah,
hits.
you take 1 bludgeoning damage. And the other goblin... Are you familiar with Star Trek DS9?
No.
Is anyone here familiar with DS9?
Negative.
Okay, well...
unfortunately, I need to go and watch all that stuff.
Well, Deep Space Nine is old, man. Basically, the Ferengi in it, when there's any danger, they all go, woo! Like that, and that is what the other goblin does. So I am going to need everybody to roll for initiative.
Nice.
I'm still very pleased with how this went. I took 3 of them down before any of this started.
It's funny, I can't hit for shit, but my initiative rolls are spot on every time.
I predicted this, remember?
What happened?
Roll initiative.
He went
done
into
good.
he went into a kitchen with a couple of goblins who, one of them hit him with a spoon.
Shit.
Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Has everybody rolled?
Yep.
Okay, Lithrana. You hear the goblin shriek. So, yeah, I just posted something in Discord just so that
I just-
yeah. That's what the noise they start making.
Oh, the lizard alerted them.
Yes, everyone is alerted now.
Well, I got 6 squares to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm assuming I can't stand this one.
You can stand in it, yeah.
Okay, that would be 4 then, cutting the corner. 5. Is the door still, like...
It's partially open.
Can I just open it with a free action?
Yeah, you could.
Okay, I would like to open it. What are you doing?
He hit me with a wooden spoon.
Okay, I have a question then. Would I be able for my 6th square to move into this space or this space?
Yes.
I'm just seeing this thin door, that's why I asked.
Yeah, I can't actually. There is nothing to remove there, so yeah, you can just move through there.
Okay,
Is-
I would like to... Which one is screaming?
This one.
I would like to step in here and see if I can hold it this time. Let's see how I fail this one.
No.
9.
What kind of curse do you have?
I do not know, but we are reaching 10.
It's gonna happen. We'll ascend
You're gonna win the
something
Jerry
like-
Hawkins Rolling Award, and you're gonna be the recipient of Wheaton's Cock Punch of Furious Anger.
What the fuck? Is that like a drink or actually a punch in the cock?
It's back in the early days of Acquisitions Incorporated. Will Wheaton used to be in it, and in their, I think it was the second podcast they ever did of it, Jerry Hawkins rolled a natural 1. Was given a divine intervention by Will Wheaton, and then natural 1'd again. And that was where the Wheaton's Cock Punch of Furious Anger came up. If you ever crit shit the bed, because Jerry Hawkins from is notoriously shit at rolling dice.
Oh, no.
Well, bonus action, sit and cry.
I'll
That's
allow.
my turn.
Well, yeah, you'd have to use the bonus action for that because you already used your free action to open the door. Okay. The goblin comes out, sees all this going on, and is going to try and shoot Taz in the back. 23 to hit.
It hits.
6 points of piercing damage.
Shit.
Hobrick, it's your go.
I am going to go in. And let's see, what kind of spells do I have? Shit.
You have shit?
No,
I cast shit!
Shit. I'm going to use Disseminating Whispers.
Uh-huh. On this goblin?
Yes.
Bit of a fucking overkill in it.
Well,
Okay, wisdom save. 11. The goblin's head explodes. Would you mind just putting the dissonant whispers up for me, just so I can read if it does anything else?
let's see. Which one do I click here? Add ability modifier damage. Ritual. Can I copy and paste?
Give me a second, let me just look at your character sheet.
I just posted it.
Thank you. Yeah, because if you click it on your... Usually if you click the spell on your spell book, it just puts whatever's in the spell description up on the thing.
Yeah, the problem is Roll20 doesn't have Disseminating Whispers, so I have to write it all down.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but I mean, give me a second, let me just double check that does still do it.
Found it. Like this?
Yeah, like that. You whisper a disarm and blah blah blah. One creature. Yeah, just his head explodes. Like that. And he's dead. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I turn around and I look at Orthos and I put my finger on my mouth and I say, shh. And I walk right.
And as you're doing that, you can still hear the other goblin in the other room going, "Woo!"
And I'll end my turn.
Okay, Orthos.
Alright, we've heard the alarm go. Let's try. Six, and since I've got a halberd, I should be able to reach this goblin.
Yeah, you can.
Take that. That's probably it.
Yeah, it's a goblin commoner with an AC of 10 and 3 hit points. I'm pretty sure you killed it. He was armed with a spoon. You brave heroes.
That's us.
He almost killed me. Had my eye out. Almost.
Nunuk is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taz.
I would like to. Is it a free action to light my light my offhand? Not candle, freaking
Your
lantern.
torch. Well, it's a bullseye lantern, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, so you can just open that. I think I think bullseye lanterns can be opened as a free action, but it wasn't unlit. It was just had the shutter shut.
Where do I check out the info? That's in.
It'll be in the compendium, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's we'll say it's a bonus action just for this round, even if it's not.
Alright, great. With that, that open, I then rush towards this screaming freaking goblin and try to, you know, I'm very just quick about. I really just wanted to shut up, so I'm not really thinking too much about cool strategy here. I just rush up to it and try and shove a rapier in its face.
Okay. 11
Oh,
will
crap.
hit.
Yes. 11 will hit, and then we do.
You kill him.
Right.
The,
Oh, my
the,
ears are ringing.
the goblin armed with his mighty spatula. And it wasn't even a dwarven battle spatula.
I feel a little bit bad, but not that bad.
Is that the end of your go?
Yeah. Are these pillars out here?
Those are the pillars with dragons on them, yes.
Then so I used one, so I'd like to go back outside. I really can't get the diagonal motion going. Can we count that as diagonal?
That was diagonal.
Okay, it shows up as like a hook to me. Okay, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll be me.
Okay.
Just cowering behind the pillar, ready for the next thing, and just shedding some light on the situation.
More goblins come running out of the rooms and begin fleeing. Okay.
I mean, if they've already given up at this point.
Are we the baddies?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I didn't see if they were children when I stuck them. I just saw snoring goblins. I saw opportunities, not problems.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your go.
Ooh, goblins. 2, 3, 4, 5. I am so tempted. So very much tempted.
What, because you know it can't miss?
Yeah.
And you haven't done any damage this entire game.
I want to feel some hits. Can I undo one movement and move down here?
Yeah.
Thank you. I clap my hands.
We're doing the hokey pokey. Which angle are you? I'm assuming you want it to be like that.
Yes, as far as I can get.
Yeah, that'll get all of them. And even if they pass a save, they would still die because they've only got 3 hit points. So Lithrana claps her hands, raises them in front of her. A massive torrent of flame shoots out and incinerates the 4 fleeing goblins.
And I turn around, look towards the party, and just say, like, there we go. No more elf pudding.
Taskar is a tiny bit scaroused right now.
Is it because you missed all yesterday?
Shut up, dwarf.
Well, it seemed petty for an elf to do this to a bunch of goblin civilians. isn't it?
Oh, those were civilians?
Well,
They weren't
none of them
armed.
were. They only had some spoons on them. I mean, I think we just trashed their kitchens.
Well, Hobrig, what if they were slickets?
Well, this is why I didn't condemn you, and if they were slickets, I would have done the same. So, good job,
Thank
I
you.
guess.
Hobrick, can you do anything else with your go?
I am going to sing a song without using bardic inspiration, just for general purpose, and I'm going to clap on my metal hand and say, Lethrana just killed a bunch of civilians. Da da da, da da da. Ooh,
Oh, so you're so you're scatting now, is that how you...
yes.
Dwarven jazz?
Yep.
Bastard.
Okay, Orthos.
All right. So they were fleeing towards that corner. I'm not sure that there's much else. I'm gonna stick by the other door. No, we'll leave Mock back there. I'm gonna head further into here. And I'm just gonna stay there. That's about it for me.
Okay. Nunuk walks into this room with a glowing headband and says, "Looks like some sort of lab preparation area in here." Taz.
We're still in combat though, and something shot me. So,
Oh, that was the goblin that Hobrick made explode. His boots are about here now.
oh, cool. Well, I have a look into. I step up to this door, push, and have a try to have a peek inside since the dangerous music is still going.
Nah, a little bit metagamey there.
Yeah, I know. It is. Well, I do still look through because I don't have any confirmation that it was all.
You see a rather sickly-looking giant rat strapped spread-eagled on a wooden bench. The rat looks like it suffers from horrible tumours that look woody and fruit-like.
Okay, but that's clearly not gonna be of terrible danger right now. So I keep going towards the next door.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I peek through this.
You see an empty.
Okay, that one's empty.
It's got a big hole at the back, but there doesn't appear to be anything in it.
Then I use dash as my bonus action to get up to the last room. And if peaks are still free, I peek through this.
Well,
turn.
you just sprinted a bunch, so unless you actually go into the room, you can't just like be like ah and then peek.
Yeah, I had to fall in through the door. No, okay, fine. I just I get up there. That's it.
Okay. Extra weapon stores. They look like a load of battered scimitars and goblin short bows and a barrel with some arrows in it. And a door on the eastern side.
But did we see that hole to the south there when I looked in?
I did say there was a big hole on the back of the wall.
Shitting fuck! It's like I don't hear half of this. Yeah, you said that. Great.
Okay. A figure steps through the door behind you. He is large and hairy with long tapering ears and a snout-like nose. He has a skull fixed to a bronze helmet on his head. He has apparently crept up behind you, and as he steps through the door, he brings a large morning star down on Urki Timbers, who is hit square in the head and drops to the ground.
Oh fuck.
Okay!
No, our second opinion!
He snarls, laughing at the fallen gnome, and snarls, "Grip, Fang, get 'em!" And I'm just going to put Uverki over there, and two very large giant rats move through at his heels. Lithrana, it's your go.
Oh, that's not good. I like to move a little bit. 2, 3, 4. I don't want to hit Urki. I'm gonna try and what do I have? Well, should we make it the 10th? Let's see if I can hit this rat.
Okay. You hit the rat. You have fallen at the last hurdle. No Jerry Holkins award for you.
Thank God. And I would like to take 2 squares, step back,
Okay.
5 and 6, and attempt to somewhat get cover behind this one.
Okay.
Nothing major.
Fang, the rat that you just zapped, or blasted rather, will scurry forward and will try and attack Hobrick by biting him. And I accidentally clicked that twice. 13 to hit.
It's
The rat latches onto you. You take 6 points of piercing damage. Hobrick, it's your go.
the first time I'm going to use the spell, so if I use Thunder Wave, does it hit Urki?
It goes out, it hits everything in the squares directly around you, so it will hit these ones.
It's 15 feet square.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15. These 3 squares around you. You don't hit 15 feet away from you.
Oh,
You hit 15 feet emerging around from you. So it's a 15-foot square with you as the centre. So it's a 3x3 square with you in the middle.
alright. I am going to move this side here. And I am going to use
Okay.
at level 2.
Okie dokie.
Oh, those rolls.
Okay, so for Fang the rat, he passes the save. So he's not moved, but he still takes... is it half damage on a successful? On a failed save, creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, half as much. So 5, so it takes 2. It only had 2 hit points left, so even though it saved, it dies. Now for Grip. Grip got a nat 1. It takes 5 points of thunder damage. And is pushed back 10 feet.
So he hits this dude, right?
Hang on. No, it just goes back to there.
And the entire cabin just woke up.
Yeah, and it's so loud that anything 300 feet away from you just heard the boom.
Shit.
So
And,
give me a second while I zoom out.
Put up a measure. Oh, damn. That's the entire cave.
It was just like crack-a-boom! Loud enough to wake the dead.
Well,
Is
that's
this for-
unsettling.
Is that the end of your go, Obrick?
For a bonus action, I am going to flip him off.
You can do that as a free action.
And that's it.
Okay. Orthos.
Okay. I'm gonna take the dash action and get right up in this guy.
Bullsack.
Hello. And I think I'll just leave it at that. I'll interpose myself between him and the rest of us.
Okay. Nunnik is going to go... What the hell was that? Oh, there's a thing. She is going to go there and ready her action. If anything gets in melee, she's going to smack it in the head. Bullsack is going to... He's going to try and bash Orthos with his Morning Star. 12 to hit.
There's a miss.
Okay. Taz.
Oh, quite a bit away. So I think the only thing which Nurk is giving up light, right? So mine isn't necessarily super necessary at the moment. I'm going to wait. Can I shoot past Orthos if I do a ranged attack?
Yeah. Depends what whatever you're shooting at will get, +2 to their AC.
Right. So that's if I don't have a clear shot. Well, I suppose I just then I just make my way get a little bit closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can't end there. So 5. It's a free action to sheath my rapier, right?
Yeah.
But actually taking out a bow and starting to use it, that is a whole action of its own.
If you wish to just switch weapons, that would be an action, yes.
Yeah. Then I just use dash to get up behind this pillar and leave it at that. I don't think I'm gonna get any good shots in here.
Okay. Mork is gonna go... Mork! Grip, the Yat, is gonna go... Yeah. And... Nunnik is gonna try and splat the rat. She's going to hit and kill the rat. Erky is still lying on the ground, not moving. Lithrana.
There is nowhere I can stand that I won't get. Well, he won't get some partial cover, right?
He's in combat, so yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can't just move to here because he would attack me when I disengage or run away. And I can't. Can I stand on someone else's token while shooting and then move back?
Yes, as long as you don't end in their square.
Okay. Well, in that case, I would like to move up to Nunik's token. 1, 2, 3, 4. And shoot towards this big fella.
Okay.
Clearly a miss.
Yes, 12 was a miss.
And I would like to run into this room and behind this cover.
Okay.
And that's fine. That's all.
Hobrick.
I am going to move this side right here, and I am going to use Cure Wounds on.
Okay. You raise your hands. There does not appear to be any effect. Now that you get a closer look at Erky, he does not appear to be breathing.
No! Erky!
Yes, and he has a very large, pointy couple of holes in his head where the Morning Star went in.
Did he get credit?
Oh,
Sorry?
This is my
Did he get critted? No, he did not. But he's not a player character, so he doesn't have any character levels.
Oh. Rip.
Is my action gone or
No.
I am going to look at Buster. And
Bullsag.
I'm gonna call him the Buster. That's it.
Okay,
And I'm going to bitch slap him.
very well.
This one is for Erky, you imbecile.
He snarls back in very heavily accented common. If he was as limp-wristed as you are, he deserved to die.
I should have used Disseminating Whispers.
You can't.
And,
Is that the end of your go?
I'll end my turn.
Okay. Porthos.
You know, it's when I hear that kind of talk from bastards like you that I remember why I ever took up the sword. And step over kind of over Ergy's body to protect him, to protect his body, and take a slash at this body who killed our friend.
23 will hit.
I'm going to use my menacing. It was a DC
Wisdom,
13
isn't it?
wisdom save or be frightened. I can like that if you want.
15.
Regardless, he takes an extra 5 damage. But if you got a 15, that'll pass the save for sure.
Yeah. Nunik will move in. And she will attempt to hammer time and get a nat 1. Bullsag is going to go for Orthos.
I am going to use Cutting Words.
Okay.
Even though you killed Erky, you will never amount to a worm.
How much do you reduce it by?
I just checked it. It's not a D8. It's a D6.
Okay. roll-
D8 when I am level 5.
D6 then, please.
Holy shit!
Yep, you reduce it to 14.
It's a miss.
It's very good for you because that would, if it had he hit, that would have been 16 points of piercing damage.
Oofy.
Taz, it's your go.
It is a bit crowded up there.
But
I'm able to slip by authors and actually I'm able to hop I'm actually able to jump in and do a 1, 2 and then 3 attack and then get back out, right? As a
Yeah,
bonus
one
action,
disengage and do
disengaging.
that,
Yeah, yes, indeed. Alright, so slipping I slip past just slip next to Nunik, give him a good stab. Planning to pull back after that, see what happens.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Okay, well that didn't work out, but I used my bonus action to disengage and go back.
Okay.
And that's it.
Mork can't really do anything. Lithrana.
Rip Erky. Erky, why? Why?
Well, since you're blocking my vision this time, I might as well just see what's going on. Well, I can't move past him. Nobody's behind us yet. So it's a firebolt.
Okay. 13 is a miss.
Oh well.
So
That is
you
my
need
order.
to take your hand into a doctor or something, just get it up on blocks, see if there's anything wrong with the old motor. Okay, well that is not enough to get past most people's passive perception. And defensive dodge action. Hobrick, it's your go.
I am going to use Dissonant Whispers on this one.
Okay. He takes the 13. And he must immediately use his movement to leave to run away. And because he is right, you guys are not going to be getting attacks of opportunity at this point because he's not leaving combat voluntarily.
It's forced.
Okay. Orthos.
You're not getting out of here alive, you best. And I shall pursue and smack him with my halberd.
$15 is a miss. It's very
yes,
sad for you because
crazy.
his AC was 16 and he's got 1 hit point left. So
All right. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I do have a precision attack, and I need to do that before I know if it hits. Yep. Okay.
Nunik is a little concerned because she can see the other bugbear, which happens to have some great big long pole arm thing. And she is going to assume that Orthos can handle that. And move in to attack the other bugbear. 21. Which will hit for 6. Bullzag. He's going to take a swing at Orthos. There's no obvious way to escape right now, so he's just going to have to go for it. 21 to hit.
Ooh, that'll get me.
No, yeah, fortunately he rolled crap, so you got 5 piercing damage.
That'll be just fine.
Taz, it's your go.
Right. I've noticed this other guy coming behind us at this point, right?
he wasn't really hiding when he came in.
Yeah. Okay. Then naturally, not wanting to leave Nunik to fend for herself, Tess turns around and comes at him with his rapier. Oh, you thought you were sneaky?
No,
And-
he wasn't really. He just came in the room.
No, well, I was just trying to shut up. Like if he actually replied like, no, I was just coming into the room. I wasn't telling you to shut up. I was trying to do it.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
All right. More stabs.
18 will hit.
Cool. And I get the sneak attack because I'm next to Nudik is within 5 feet. And then we do. That's the.
19 piercing damage.
Sick.
Very nice.
That's a very high score.
Oof. Just goes right through him.
He's still alive.
I could just still have gone right through him. It's just, yeah, and as and then I use my wait. If I came from over there, then 1, 2, 3. Then I use my bonus action to disengage and jump back. Come on. So, done.
Okay. Mork is more concerned about Urki, so he's going to come over here and bend down and try and pick up the gnome, because Mork has a thing for gnomes. Lithrana, it's your go.
I would peek out. Oh, there's a target.
You miss. Sorry, carry on. I forgot.
Fuck you. Play song.
That's terrible.
Just force a
Blade
habit.
song. One. Could I get around this guy?
Not without disengaging. Well, maybe if you went down the bottom.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. How much does it take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just one short of getting a flank.
You got 40 foot of movement, don't you?
Yeah, but I use one to get outside.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, 4. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Well, either way, I would like to go to there using that route.
Okay.
And I would like to bash him in the back of his head with my
Okay.
my boomstick.
14 is a miss.
I hate this game.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's it.
It's AC 16. The bugbear is going to try and stab Taz.
Isn't that the one that's on me?
No, this is the bugbear gardener.
Oh, okay.
Balzac is later on in the turn movement. Because the bugbear gardener has a long polearm thing, and he has reach, so he can still get Taz from where he is.
I should have used that last space of movement I had.
That's the magic of pole arms.
Yep, 22 to hit.
Oof.
Bro, you think you're good at that actually was pretty good. It does hit.
14 slashing damage.
Oh fuck. 14, holy shit.
Yeah, that's what happens when I actually roll relatively well.
Relatively.
You don't go into minus, you just stop at 0.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's not max damage or anything. Hobrick, it's your go.
Did he fall unconscious?
He did fall unconscious.
I am going to walk to him, and I'm going to use Cure Wound.
Okay.
Another good heal.
Oh, excellent.
Orthos, unless Hobrick, you have anything else that you want to do. Taz,
No,
you get
that's
10
it.
points of healing.
Yes.
I want to start circling around.
Sorry,
I will continue my.
Hobrick,
Oh.
is there anything else that you wanted to do?
No, that's it.
Okay, sorry, Orthos, carry on.
Okay, yeah, I will start circling around and continue my my amazing, glorious duel with this fleeing.
And he had 1 hit point, you kill him.
They're all damage anyway.
Wasn't he running away screaming?
He was, but Orthos kind of ran after him and killed him.
Oh,
Got him.
Nunnik
Alright,
is
that's
going
my
to try and smack that bugbear. 22 will hit. 9, and she kills the bugbear, thus ending combat.
Nunnik smash.
Nunnik does indeed smash.
She's not using her bong very much.
No, I feel like that is a theme that she tends to follow.
Nunnik does tend to bong, but she also tends to smash. And when I NPC people, I tend to not use their magic because sometimes it annoys people if I've been using their spells and things like that.
That's
Fair
fair
enough.
enough.
But it's a cantrip, though.
I know it's a cantrip, but it's still
But Nunnik smash.
she's Nunnik smash, yeah.
Yeah, overall, statistically, she smashed more than she bong.
Do you have like that in a pie chart?
What, the bong to smash ratio?
Yeah.
Well, she has 14 kills so far, and that was the 15th.
Did you count the rat?
Which rat?
She killed Grip the rat in this combat as well.
16!
Mm.
I have a Nunnik kill counter right now.
Wow.
She deserves it.
How's the Lithrana kill counter going this session?
Oh, it's just bumped up a little bit.
Yeah.
Urki.
I only
Good
have
help.
9 kills. Most have been goblins. Many have been civilians.
It's a terrible way to go.
What? Smashed to death from
okay,
behind
yeah.
by a bugbear.
Yeah, exactly. Just not even seeing it coming. It's nothing he could have done. I feel like there's something that we could have done. Maybe there wasn't, but Damn it all.
So right, so the yeah, I think Taskar would only know now pay attention to the fact that that we've lost our very precious, I mean, fairly precious non-player character.
He
I
had
do
a
see-
name.
Expendable character 45. Yeah, okay, yes. Oh, he's dead, is he? That's
I am-
that's a shame.
I am going to sing a song of mourning for Erky. Oh, sweet, sweet Erky, taken from us in the dawn. Oh, died so sweetly, running in the timbers he will. Oh, you will never be forgotten, my sweet Erky.
Mark.
Shut it, you tin cap!
My monocle is misting up. Is it raining in here?
Well, I might be a cold person, but did he have anything useful on him?
You want to search more, Urki? Let's see.
Well,
what
waste
Urki-
not, want not.
Let's see what Urki had. He had a club, and that was it.
Pity.
Oof.
Well, the corpse is ready for incineration,
What up?
and I will.
How are gnomes usually buried, or, well,
That would
Not
require a religion check.
necessarily buried?
In jars?
I don't know.
Well, actually, Nunnik knows.
She would.
Nunnik will tell you that it depends on the beliefs of the skyship they're from. Although gnomes tend to be a little, they don't really care that much about their their physical body. They are usually cremated in some sort of arcane generator and then fired out of a cannon.
Now that's a way to go.
So basically, my song is the best funeral a gnome can have, right?
Sure.
Maybe not
not
in
the-
their mind, but for us.
Well, if you burn the remains, he won't become a skeleton in the future that might rise up and hurt some.
You'd have to burn it very hotly. Mm.
Very hotly indeed.
I mean, that's totally a word.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
To make the bones pulverize, they actually have to have very good furnaces at you know, mortuaries.
Yeah, I've read about that. When I say I read about that, I mean I read a story about someone who worked in a mortuary. That was an interesting little story.
Was it like a day in the life of?
Not exactly. I mean, it sort of started there, and then it turned into this like crime drama, where they became involved in some conspiracy nonsense. It was a very odd story, but it was interesting.
All right,
I don't
cool.
know. Just something
Hey.
that one of my friends wrote.
Another question about basic stuff. Do we automatically loot the Do we automatically check for loot, or do we have to? We have to do that separately, right?
You have to declare if you're going to be looting.
Okay. Well, then
Do you want to claim the spoon?
the spoon. It's a dangerous spoon. No, I would like to poke poke around our kills. Since especially looking for anything to indicate what sort of research they've done around here.
Well, the bodies don't really have anything on them, but I can tell you what you find in the rooms.
Yes.
I want to know what they are cooking.
Except rat.
More elf.
Okay, so northwest chamber. There was a number of small pallets with matted fur covering the floor. Nothing of any value in there. Southwest chamber, the goblins were using some sort of crude mashing and straining and casking facility to create goblin wine. The room contains the mashing urn, squashing roots and fungi into a pulp. A dirty straining bin stands nearby, as well as 10 2-gallon casks of goblin wine.
Is that elf blood then?
No, it's made of like roots and fungus.
Okay.
North central chamber looks like a repair room. Nothing of any value in there. South central chamber, splayed open, kind of like a vivisection thing. A diseased giant rat is strapped spread eagle on a wooden bench. The rat suffers from horrible tumours that look woody and fruit-like. On a stand in the corner is a fancy crystal vial containing a green liquid.
Sorry, say again. Containing
A green liquid. Northeast chamber, some goblin scimitars, short bows, and a barrel containing 40 arrows if you wish to refill your ammunition.
Oh yes, please.
Southeast chamber, empty except for what appears to be a large natural crack in the wall. Is anyone here proficient with nature?
Someone had a 2 in it. Proficiency?
Wasn't that Nunik or something?
No, Nunik is survival. She doesn't have proficiency.
Oh,
in
right,
nature.
yeah.
Oh, pizza.
It's I mean, you'll get yours.
Hmm.
I was thinking about grabbing pizza, but I don't have enough desk space right now. 5 box. But yes, I'd like to replenish 2 of my arrows, since I have space for 2.
Yes, then you can do that.
Right.
So the fancy crystal vial for Lithuania is brackets 5.
So a crystal vial with green stuff in it.
Yes.
Perfect.
It was found in the chamber with the vivisected rat in it.
I've sort of failed to get this character close to like a Sherlock Holmes type, because I have no alchemy, I think.
Well, you're not really a Sherlock Holmes type, really, are you? I mean, you're more of an Indiana Jones type.
I was trying to do a thing between them. But yeah. No, yeah, I'm more of a fancy poppish Indiana Jones type, yeah. Like one of the villains from that show.
So, Belhawk.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Be
exactly.
careful you don't get your face now melted with us with Nazis.
That is fully... I mean, hey, I do have some sort of call sign failure things that could happen when I eventually roll that fateful 1.
Yep.
But has anyone had a closer look at the vial? I mean, I'm pretty sure Tasker would like a look, but he wouldn't be able to tell anything.
Oh, you can have a look at it as whole as you might want.
Yeah, no, it's alright. It is green. As well as that rat natural
Probably
history.
poisonous.
Yeah, it's I would not go downing that.
Oh, I wouldn't expect you drinking it.
Hey, is survival also the ability to say if something is if poisonous or not?
Yes,
Yes.
but it's things like plants and stuff like that. Survival is used for survival and tracking and things like that. Discovering whether or not a vial of liquid or a potion is poisonous or damaging, that is an entirely different skill set.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you were to see a frog which was brightly coloured, you could use survival to be like... You could use nature to be like, okay, so that is this kind of frog, it does this, it's like this. Or you could use survival to say, well, it's brightly coloured and we're in a jungle, so it's probably dangerous.
Right. So telling if the wine is bad or not, that's probably more, I don't know, alchemy.
Well, actually, no. There is actually a different set of tools. If you're trying to discover whether or not food has been poisoned, then you would need to be proficient with chef's tools.
Oh. Not. No, yeah. No. Poisoner's kit would only let us poison it ourselves.
Poisoner's kit as well. You could probably. There's an argument that you could use that to see if something has been deliberately poisoned.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't have either of those. I'm just curious. Okay, great. But yeah, no, I'm. Tasker doesn't have anything anymore for this.
Okay. So, where do you guys want to go?
Where did that hobgoblin come from?
There was a bugbear.
Fuck, bugbear. Thank you.
I believe it
Oh,
came from the chamber ahead here.
Did the bugbears have anything on them?
One had a morning star. One had a makeshift glaive.
Alright, whatever. Just
You
if it's okay,
haven't
sir.
actually checked to see if you. I mean, Balzac's living quarters are just around the corner, but you've not checked that. Balzac didn't have anything on him other than his morning star.
Got pretty good AC for not wearing armor.
Well, he's wearing his armor. It's like most of it was dex.
Right. Yeah, there you go. I guess they are pretty. Well, regardless. Okay, so do we wanna we could go through that door up in the upper right there. There's a door in that room. Or I wanna go look at the chamber up north here. Because that's where I keep forgetting his name, the bugbear came
Balzac.
from. Balzac. Okay. Balzac. I don't know.
It's intentional, isn't it?
No, I didn't name him. It's Balsag. His name is Balzac.
Sure.
Nice.
It's in the book. I don't making it up.
I'm still very sure that
We're
that's it.
not blaming you.
No.
We're blaming the writer of the book.
Well,
We're thinking they did it intentionally.
Yeah, probably.
Well then, yeah. Let's. I also say we could go check that out.
Yeah, hold on. Roll20's lagging for me again. I'm gonna open up in Firefox.
Yeah, for one of my games I use Chrome, and for this game I use Firefox.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like the other one is fine. I guess these maps are bigger.
Yeah, it could be.
With more traps and hidden layers.
Perhaps. I mean, I don't know. I mean, my last game we were running through Castle Ravenloft, which seems like the place to have a lot of stuff in it.
This isn't one of my custom maps, so it shouldn't slow things down that much.
Yeah. Oh, who knows? It's a real mystery.
Yeah, I put a lot of work into my custom maps. Like, I actually went out and bought the map pack, which has the moving trees and moving rivers on it and stuff.
Oh, very fancy.
And literally, when I started building my own maps and things like that, I went online and I found I think it was an 8 GB map tile token set. That's just yeah, I've got a lot of map tokens and things like that.
Well, that's dedication. I've still got. I used to make a lot more custom maps for my tabletop sessions. I've still got all of my old, like most of my old maps that I made, just Sharpie on this battle paper stuff.
See, what I did is, I mean, I don't know if you've got it, if they get that in the US or in Europe, but what's very common in the UK is at the start of the school term, you're given an exercise book, which is just like a plain book with like empty ruled paper in it, and so you go to like the stationery stores, and you get this clear plastic that you can put over the book just to protect it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a meter wide, and you get like 1 by 3 meters.
A meter?
Yeah.
Pretty big.
Holy, that's wide as fuck.
Yeah, it's wide as fuck because it's designed that you get this big long sheet and you use it for like you get an exercise book for each one of your classes, so that's like 12 exercise books.
Mm.
But the backing paper for it is it's covered in a grid of inch squares. So what we used to do is we went and got like 2 of these rolls, which were like £2 each, and then we went down to the hardware store and got 2 foot by 4 foot chipboard sheets, and we just literally covered them in PVA glue and stuck the paper on them, so we could just draw on them with a pen.
Nice.
Of course, then I went online and I was just like, I've got all this stuff, I can just build these really complicated maps. Anyway, so yes, you are heading up into this room here, are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I know up to that was fine.
The floor of the rough chamber. I've already read this to you. Can I get one of you to give me a perception check, please? Your choice as to who.
I volunteer.
Yeah, I'll leave that to someone else. I may be proficient.
I'll give you.
I'm not very good at it.
If Taz is going to search and someone else is going to search with him, I'll give him advantage for the assistance.
Right.
I can guide him
will
towards the
just-
dark corners.
Not that he needed it. Okay, so you kind of go up into the room and it smells and it's not very pleasant, but you give it the once over. On the what's the word I'm looking for here? The weapons rack. You find 2 spears, 6 javelins, 1 long sword, and 1 great sword.
Ooh, javelins.
And in a box hidden under under the furs in the bed, you find a small box which contains 241 silver and 54 gold.
That I need
Sweet.
once more.
Do you want that once more?
Yes, please.
241 silver and 54 gold. The weapons, I imagine you would probably not want to keep in the group loot. You would just divide them up as to anyone who wants them.
I will take 3 of those javelins.
There was
Long sword.
There was a long sword in there, yes.
that's
Well, I'm not
Fairly-
proficient with that one, so.
It's Glamdring, the foe hammer. No, it's not.
but that's not a weapon of finesse, so I don't think I'm gonna want that.
No.
So Rick, were you trying to
I
say
don't know.
something?
I think I've got enough weapons on my person, and I feel like adding a spear to that would just start stretching how many weapons I could reasonably carry around.
I usually say that you can carry a ranged weapon or group of ranged weapons and maybe 1 or 2 frontline weapons. And since Orthos has already got a staff, a halberd, 5 javelins, and a shield, I'm pretty sure he's kind of full up at the moment.
I'd kind of be interested in the spear. It would feel like it's good to have a long, sharp stick for some given instrumental situations. Like when there's something you can't quite reach and you need to stab it.
He's got a long, blunt stick.
What?
Orthos has a quarterstaff, which is pretty much a spear without the head on.
Right.
With whacking things.
Should I ride them into the group loot or not?
No,
I don't really. Yeah, it's not really
there's
needed.
they're hardly worth anything. So.
Well, the grit sword is 50 gold.
You want to take the greatsword? You can.
Yeah, let's take the grit. So that's pretty good chunk of cash.
Well, we are paying rent. Every penny counts. And as the loot master, I decide we need the money.
All right then.
I'd still kind of maybe actually want the spear. I can see if that's a pole arm and it has the reach, I can see myself maybe.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not like a.
Oh no, okay. In that
just
case,
a one-handed spear.
You would want a pike. Would be what.
Yeah. Then never mind. Well, let's sell it.
Hobrick, it is not pleasant. As a dwarf, it would shame your ancestors for you to drink this.
The wine? Is he checking out the wine?
He is checking out the wine.
Good that someone is.
You have brewer's supplies. What good would that do for you?
I thought it was poison, so I checked.
Oh, you probably wouldn't want to drink it anyway, and why would they poison their own wine?
I don't know. Goblins?
I don't know goblins.
Fair enough.
No,
excellent.
This is clearly where the goblins make their disgusting wine. But any self-respecting sentient being other than a goblin would probably not want to drink this shit. It smells like vinegar mixed with ass.
Oh, you just ruined the vinegar.
Well, they are
Ass vinegar.
Well, they are trying to find loot and everything. I am complaining about the wine and cursing any goblin who made it.
Well, they're dead, so.
They were brutally set on fire by Lethrana, yeah.
Brutally, they just got incinerated for what they deserve. They didn't ask to be alive, I just put them out of their misery.
They didn't ask to be alive.
Yeah.
They didn't specifically beg for their lives, so I killed them. It didn't feel like it mattered to them.
Nature works in mysterious ways.
Sometimes through fireballs.
It's a naturally occurring burning hands.
It's an element of nature, you can't argue against that.
I see green things and green things burn.
Checkmate, Judge. Checkmate.
Look, if they want to stay alive, they should have changed their skin color to black or something like this and become a lawyer. Easy.
And I also feel like they would have said so.
If they wanted to stay alive, they should have been Red Eye.
Yeah.
So the first mistake as goblins was not to be Red Eye.
Yeah, they should have been
Classic.
a named character.
Classic goblin mistake, really.
This is why you give all your kids names.
No, you give them names so they can have death saves.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
there you
see.
Well, then again,
Except Urki. Urki, he just got murdered.
you gotta be a proper main character in order to get death saves.
Yeah. Alright, but yeah, so this, so we're basically just finding a bunch of, a nice little bit, a bunch of loot in here, and that's all there is to this room?
Yeah, I don't think we actually. Hold on.
Everyone's already gone somewhere else.
I saw a tunnel at the tip of it. I don't know if we should follow that.
It's a huge room, so we might as well just explore all of it and yeah, if you've seen that, then let's check that out. I guess.
I'm approaching this tunnel, and I'm nervous because I'm okay, there we go. There now.
Oh, that tunnel. That's Underdark access.
Right.
Oh,
Want to go for a stroll?
another one.
Let me walk in the park.
Go on, what's the worst that can happen?
Well, I could reach
We
my
die.
home from here.
Alternatively, we like run into some kind of like mind flayer fortress and.
Do you know what's
have our
worse
brains
than a
sucked.
mind flayer?
What?
Right. Do you know how mind flayers reproduce?
Mind flayer, mind
I know it
boggling.
involves a tank with a giant brain in it and little tiny.
They put
things that
little
people-
tadpoles, mind flayer tadpoles, into creatures, and it affects them. Now, when you put a mind flayer tadpole into a humanoid, you get the illithid, the standard mind flayer. But there are other things that you can put a mind flayer tadpole in, and one of the fucking most horrific things I've ever heard is when they put a mind flayer tadpole into a roper.
Oh no, that's not good.
Okay.
Is that how you get Warforged?
No. A roper is a creature that kind of looks like a stalagmite, and it has a range of 50 feet on its attacks.
What the fuck?
So it's got it basically hides in a clump of rocks so you can't see it, and then it dangles tentacles along and grabs you. Now imagine that, except it's psychic and it eats your brain.
I just imagined how a society of mind flayers bring children, and I thought about
Yeah, that's a roper.
Oh. Oh, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, now imagine a psychic one that wants to eat your brains.
I will not.
Please
not imagine
promise
this.
we don't meet that one of those in your
I'm
game.
not promising anything.
I found
You
one
are
that's someone made out of Legos.
So that is where we're actually going to leave it for this session.
Yeah.
Because it's a good point to stop before you progress further and further into the dungeon.
Into the dungeon.
I will stop the recording now.